What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Man, it's been one of those days. I'm sitting here trying to figure out what in the world is going on because there was no camera. And lo and behold, I forgot to add myself to the stream. It's been one of them days, folks. One of them days. I don't know about you all, but today has been a day of days. Just thankful to be alive, thankful to be here. Appreciate everybody coming in here each and every day or each and every week that we do our lives. We truly, truly are so blessed to have YouTube friends like you all out there. So just want to give a couple shout outs real quick as everybody's starting to pile up in here. And again, I appreciate everybody making their way in here. Give me a 5x5, a thumbs up, a howdy ho neighbor. There we go, going with the old reference of home improvement. There we go. There we go. Let's see who we got in here. Thank you, Jake. I see that 5x5 up in here. Jake with Nunya, Texas on the back 20. What is going on, sir? We got Kettle Kitchen up in here. Mr. Tony, what is going on? Let's see. Boy, I got myself into that one. Jesse and Lisa over at Lazy Days is in here, of course. The awesome Jesse and Lisa are so thankful for them, always dropping links and doing all that stuff. We got the lovely Laurie over at LG Homestead up in this joint. Cool Gamer, hello, good to see you. Funny thing about that, I remember probably about a year ago, year and a half, maybe longer. I don't remember anymore. When I was going to these lives, trying to familiarize myself with different people in the community, and I saw this hello Gitsy, starting to show my age a little bit there. So I finally asked somebody, I'm like, well, what does GTSY even mean? So thankfully somebody was nice enough to tell me it's, hey, good to see you.
Oh, you're such an old person.
Oh, okay. You want to close that?
I can't close it. It's broken off.
Oh, you guys are breaking stuff while I'm at work. Awesome.
No, it was broken the other day.
Let's see. We got Miss Roberta over at Roberta's Artistic Adventures. Let's see who else we got up in here. Miss Regina Rebooted. What's going on? Let's see who else we got. Everybody saying hello to everybody up in here.
My PJ pants.
Monica's got her PJ pants rolling.
I do.
Come on now. Get yourself a good PJ pants on.
Yeah.
Let's take our first poll for the night. Who wears pajama bottoms?
Oh, this could be really tricky.
Well,
you'll be getting people telling you all kinds of stuff you don't want
to
know. Can you put these over there for me?
I want to get everybody's business. I'm just curious. I was talking to somebody the other day, and we were talking about pajama bottoms, and they were like, "Yeah, of course I wear pajama bottoms out to the store.
I don't wear them out in public.
Not just Walmart, by the way. Well, I think it depends. I think your age determines whether or not you're going out in public and letting people see.
Well, these young people have cute ones now.
These youngins, man. You know what I'm saying?
These
youngins. Man.
These young ladies got some cute ones.
Define pajama bottoms. Let's see.
Okay, LuLaRoe. I sleep in those, so that would be considered. That would be considered pajama bottoms. So I guess I wear mine out sometimes too, but I don't wear them to Walmart anymore.
Wait a minute, is LuLaRoe?
That's like real.
That's
pants.
pajama?
No, I
don't think so.
I wear them as PJs though. So.
Well, how do you define a pajama bottom then?
Something you wear to bed.
Well, but nowadays, I mean, I remember when I was a kid. Heaven forbid, as a kid, if I went to bed with a pair of jeans on or like shorts, oh my goodness, my mom would lose her mind. Well, those aren't made for sleeping in.
Well, anything's made for sleeping in.
Your hair be looking nice, girl.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I got to get it done tonight because I got to go out tomorrow morning and get my nails done.
What?
I already told you about that. Don't even try acting like you don't know.
Okay.
You said it was okay.
This is why I've been working all the hours.
I know. It's awful.
Yeah. It's the struggles of life over here. So let's see. Jake is not wearing pajama bottoms. Tony's not wearing pajama bottoms.
This gets a little tricky.
Roberta,
a little tricky here.
She says, I do. They are comfy.
I agree. I have PJ bottoms and they're comfy.
It's critical to be comfy.
It is very important to be comfy.
But do you wear them to Walmart? That's the question.
I don't wear mine to Walmart. I just wear mine all day long. I wear mine to do chores. Do you wear them to do chores? That is the question. I wear mine to do chores.
I mean, what's chores? What's really chores? Am I right? Oh, jeez.
Jeez Louise, Eric. Feed the chickens and the ducks. Let the animals out. Go in my garden. It's Duluth buck naked for me only. Whoa. Jesse says.
Whoa, we need to highlight that one right there.
I love it. That's so funny.
That way, if people come in, they know what they're getting into right away. Oh, Mr. Roberta's over here saying that the two of us are cute.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
That took a long time.
Well, I was making sure that it wasn't my guest. Our guest tonight is coming on a little bit later, and she was texting me earlier, so I wanted to make sure I didn't miss her message. So
I think Tony's jumping in on the idea that he's also a Duluth buck naked for him.
I do wear them outside here at my house. I wear mine outside. Like these PJ pants that I'm in, they will be worn outside. I'll go if I need to go to the garden. To be honest with you, these PJ pants I wore on Monday. I've washed them. I washed them again yesterday, and I wore them like literally all day Monday. No, I didn't because I went out somewhere. I wore them all day Tuesday, and then I washed them yesterday. So yeah, I wore them like all day Tuesday because I didn't have to go anywhere, and I just like lived in them. So
I don't know why are you laughing. That's not very funny.
It is funny because it's like, look, when you're home, like when you're a homeschool mom, when you homeschool people, if you've never mowed naked, you've never mowed. That's right.
Let's take a poll. Who's mowed naked?
Nobody is mowed naked.
Why would you do that? That seems kind of dangerous.
As if you did it one time, you would never do it again.
Are you going to weed whack while you're naked?
You saw your dad's arms that one day, like he was out there weed whacking or something. Oh my goodness. 3 Mississippi says, "What did I walk into?" So Eric posed the question: do you wear PJ pants to bed? Out in public?
Yeah.
Like if you wear them to bed, do you wear them in public?
Yeah. Do you
Because I came in tonight with my hair done and my shirt and everything, and then I'm wearing PJ pants because I changed out of my jeans.
Because you got to be comfy.
Because I want to be comfy while I'm sitting here.
Let's give a couple.
If I did, I would never admit it. Kettle Kitchen said.
Wait, are we talking about the weed eating?
The weed eating. So then he asked if you have weed eaten or mowed naked. My neighbor brush hogs naked. He's 90 with a pacemaker. I only checked on him once.
No, that can't be true.
So
that can't be true. He's got to be kidding.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Jake's got to be kidding.
Jake's hilarious.
There's no way.
LG, look, Lori said, I thought we were PG. My bad.
Well, look, nakedness is not.
God made naked people.
Yeah, that's true.
Satan came up with the making you ashamed thing.
Shit.
What?
Satan came up with clothing.
No, he came up with making you ashamed of what you got. I mean, he didn't come up with that.
No, he didn't. God actually made the clothing too. Don't get it.
I didn't say he didn't make. I never said it. You said it. Oh wait, look, I garden in my boxers all the time. I'm thinking that's Mike. Probably not Sid.
What we got right here? We got. Let's see.
Sid and Mike. Where'd this combo go to? Haha. Yeah. So welcome in anybody that just came in.
Define naked. That's a good question. Like just shorts.
Yeah, maybe he wasn't completely naked.
I hope not.
Was he naked? Man, like a naked, full naked?
I won't be honest with you. I have never mowed, weed whacked,
I can't get onto my big computer here.
Cutting branches, anything outside. I have never done without a shirt on. I cannot stand the thought that there's grass or something all over my back, my shoulders, or anything like that. I can't do that.
So we got Ann came in here, little Frenchie in Big Texas. We got we have Mike and Sid from Mississippi. Did you see
Texas
him?
Carnivores up in here?
Texas Carnivore. That's why I was coming back to make sure. Texas Carnivores in here. Who else came in that you didn't say?
God also covered those naked people. That's true. That's true.
Let's see. Tina Ladybug's in here. Hello. Sorry, I didn't say hi to everybody when they came in, when they were coming in, because you were already talking. So
well, that's because you were late. Let's be honest.
It's because I had to go to the bathroom. I had to pee before I came in here.
More skin exposed, vitamin D. That's not the only thing exposed. That's true. And I don't know. What if you get sunspots / cancer on other parts of the body?
You're not going to get too much sun there.
If you're running around naked?
No. There's some places you're just not going to get that much sun.
Really?
Yeah. I think you're going to get sun other places first.
Yeah. Okay, that's something else. I thought she was going somewhere with that one.
Don't cook bacon naked. No.
Don't do any cooking naked. I don't even want you to be. If I come over your house, please don't be shirtless. I don't want you sweating all over my food. That's why I don't eat at people's places right there. That's why.
That's why I don't eat at people's houses.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you don't know how they're cooking.
Because he's got a problem.
No, that's not a problem. Are you good with some like sweaty old dude sweating all over your food?
You think, first of all, you think people are dripping sweat into food on a regular basis?
I am thinking about living in Texas and what life is like 3 months out of the year, where if you even look at the sun, you immediately start sweating.
Well, at that point, then people are cooking outside.
They are or not?
They are. They're cooking outside. And if
that's what I'm saying.
But they're not sweating in your food.
Oh, yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Have to. Turtle it up.
No.
Okay, thank you, Jake.
Hey, Bobby, how are you? Wait, well, my neighbors just don't need to see that. Yeah, Eric, why are you repeating every single thing you say? Every single thing.
Well, because people want their comments read. That's why they put them up there.
That's definitely it.
Eric, a little chest hair and your grid's never heard it. That's what I'm talking about.
Eric doesn't eat people's houses because he's never invited.
Take that comment back down.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Let's see.
So
I think it's saying mowing and weed whacking require long pants and long sleeves. I agree.
But all garden
boxers.
Well, it's because gardening is a little different too. Do you
remember?
I don't wear shorts like ever, but I will put on some shorts and go outside and get in my garden because it's like but that's it. That's the only time. I don't even wear. I wear tank tops more. Like when I moved to Maryland, moved to Texas. I was like, okay, I'm going to wear tank tops, and I'm not comfortable in my skin like that. But I wear tank tops, and I will wear shorts. The only place you'll see me in shorts and a tank top, is in my garden.
But do you remember?
I don't wear tank tops anywhere else. Or shorts.
Do you remember one of the first lives that we had? What was in my beard? Do you remember that?
Yeah, nasty.
What was it?
It was a maggot.
It was a maggot. So if it got there because you're outside working and you're out there in just boxers, or you going to just go full on buck naked, that maggot could end up anywhere.
You're ridiculous.
I'm ridiculous.
By the way, Ann says she has to say, I never saw that naked neighbor, but I've heard of him.
Jake.
No lie. Hey, Nancy, how are you? Our treasured home. You just walked into a mess is what you walked into here. Jake and Ann have a naked neighbor. He mows his lawn in the nakedness.
I tell you.
He said, I swear. And yes, Jesse, he went there with the maggot. It was, yeah, he did.
You know what? I need some good laughs tonight.
I'm glad.
Oh my goodness.
Well, we're after our.
Did you say hi to Tom and
Rhonda?
Rhonda?
No, I didn't. Hey, Tom and Rhonda, how are you? At home with Tom and Rhonda Howard.
I'm sorry. I'm out of my mind right now.
Oh, and Ann said he's 90, and he's 90. So Ann and Jake have a naked neighbor. He's 90 years old, and he likes to mow his lawn in the nakedness. See, exactly, right? Mike said no one can see my garden, so it don't matter what it look like. See, now, Mike, our garden's in the front, so people can see me. So I can't, like, I'm in a tank top and shorts, and that's about all I get. Like, I can't, like, that's comfortable. But if people drive by too much, I'm like, oh, I got to go put on pants. I'm a little nervous, but I need to be comfortable in the garden. I like to be comfortable in the garden.
I mean, I'm saying even it don't matter if I'm in the middle of nowhere. Big Poppy ain't going out there without being covered appropriately. I feel like Troy's going to have a lot to add to this. I feel like he's got a story to tell about this.
I think he does. Hey, everybody, just in case you didn't know, Troy, Mr. Bar Run Forge, hit a big milestone this week.
Huge.
On Monday, he turned half a century old.
Mm-hmm.
Half a century. Mm-hmm. He's more than halfway to that naked neighbor of Jake and Ann's. More than halfway.
Wow.
That naked neighbor is 90. Troy just turned 50 on Monday.
He's almost there.
Happy late birthday, Troy. Well, we already wished him happy birthday anyway, but happy birthday.
Truth be told.
Oh, look, Jen's here. She is here before bedtime. What?
Truth be told, I don't need to see anyone's okra or stubby loofah,
nor
coconuts, nor eggplants. There I said.
Tony is not interested in seeing all the garden products.
I'm not either.
And wait. With his weed eater. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. Yeah, so that's what happened, Troy. There's a naked neighbor for Jake and Ann, and confirms Jake's story of a naked 90-year-old mowing his lawn mowing his grass. I don't know if there's even a lawn. He's just mowing his property in the nakedness at 90 years old. And everything is not in its place at 90 years old. It can't be.
What does that mean?
It means everything's just like, saggy. That's right. And Lori's birthday's tomorrow. I was watching her live the other day, and she was saying her birthday was this week. Yep, her birthday is tomorrow. She said on her live, maybe I just decided whether I wanted to say this or share this or not. She didn't know if she wanted to share her birthday.
Did she know that she was going to be highlighted right here?
No, she probably didn't know.
On the bland.
Because I remembered it. I actually wrote it down too so that I could make sure I said something tonight.
Wish her a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Lori. I bet you she's not a half a century, though. I'm pretty sure she's not.
Now we got Blue's over here.
Hey, Blue.
If I remember correctly, she's over in England, right? So I just want to make sure she's saying,
in the UK.
She's saying mawning.
Not mowing.
And not mowing.
Blue, we've been talking about a naked neighbor, and he mows naked. That's why we're calling him the naked neighbor. The naked neighbor of Nunya, Texas on the back 20.
And wait until the naked gardeners come in here.
Oh, my goodness.
They're not even
really
naked. They're fake naked.
Yeah, they're fake naked.
They're naked under their clothes.
Aren't we all? Yeah, we are. So let's see. I guess when you get a certain age, who cares?
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't care anymore.
Whoa.
Jen.
Whoa. Is her daughter Ember there?
No, it's before bedtime. She can do what she wants. Look, she's putting stuff out there.
Out of control.
Out of control before Ember gets in here. Ember's going to come in here and be like, Mom, settle down.
I don't know, Troy. Is that the case?
When you get to 50, you could care less.
You just don't care anymore.
I'm 50. Who cares? Jake had to put the goat pen next to his fence. The goat did not care much. He put the goat pen next to his fence. The goat didn't care much. It's his name, Adam.
Oh, there is a naked gardening day.
Yeah. Yes, because Danny over at Wicked Awesome Gardening does a naked gardening video every year. She cracked me up this past year. Oh my goodness. It was so funny. Not my age, though. You didn't share your age. Those 50 club memberships are being passed around. I turned 50 last week also, but I still feel happy birthday to you.
Look at that.
All these late March, early April birthdays. Wow, that's cool. Happy birthday. I'm telling you what, though, a lot of these 50-year-olds don't look 50 years old either.
No, they be looking hot.
Did you say Troy and Mike look hot?
I meant nice. They look good.
You like Troy's buffness? You're like, Troy's so buff. Hey, Emma, how are you?
Well, I figured out, I don't remember where I heard that if this was Eli emailing or texting us this, but they said, and there's a term for this, like before you go on camera, that you do a bunch of push-ups to make yourself look swole. Is that what Troy does?
Troy looks swole because he does all the push-ups, yeah.
He's back there just like picking up anvils and stuff like that just to get his biceps rolling.
This is why he did it. He didn't want his neighbor. He's actually an anti-neighbor. So his naked neighbor was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get naked so that until that young man comes over and sees me, he's going to realize I am not one to be messed with.
Okay.
So Jake made the mistake of driving up the fence to be neighborly. And now, see, that's what it is. He didn't want you to be neighborly. He doesn't want neighbors.
I was going to say.
So he's naked.
So maybe the old man outsmarted Troy. I mean,
he outsmarted Jake. See,
by being naked, he scared him off, knowing that they'll never bother him again.
Jesse does not look 61 either. He doesn't look like he's 61.
He wants me to say he's looking hot.
He's going to be. Way too early in the morning for those kind of shenanigans and too cold over here. Oh, miss. It is so chilly here today. I was outside this morning and my sister and I were chatting about going to the playground. And I'm like, no, ma'am, we're not going to the playground today.
You're
this
ridiculous.
Is not the Texas that I know and love. It is just too chilly. My hands were frozen up. She said, you are made for Texas. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. What's up? Hey, how are you, Rochelle? Hey, Teresa, how are you? Roll on the floor laughing. She can't read. Wait, she can't read. Ember can't read yet. We'll be teaching her how to read. She knows how to see what things are on the screen.
Ember, do you understand what the eggplant emoji means?
Eric.
I'm just asking.
Caleb said happy birthday. And by the way, let's see. Lori says, I can't see or chat very well. I'm on my phone and not wearing glasses. I saw my name highlighted.
Oh.
You were highlighted.
Happy birthday. How old does she turn? She needs her glasses.
Everybody wants to say happy birthday to you, Lori.
How old she
turn? I don't even take my shirt off unless I'm swimming. And even there, I don't like it. Seriously self-conscious. Yeah, Eric swims in a shirt too.
I'm with you.
He's in a shirt all the time.
Yeah.
Hey, Connor's here. How are you?
I actually take a shower. Let's take a poll. Who takes a shower with clothes on?
No, nobody takes a shower with clothes on, Eric. Oh my gosh. Brampton Gardner said, starting self-tanner now. And Troy said, push-ups. I barely do stand-ups. Oh my gosh. It was very cold. It was freezing today. It is.
Wait, what's Jake? What does he say? He's going
done. I call him out. Wait, Jake just needs to get a stronger magnifying glass. Just saying. What is happening?
I don't know. I think we missed something.
I don't think I'd ever go back to the neighbors, Jake. Nope. No more being neighborly. I knew by the time he dismounted the tractor, I was in trouble. Oh, Lori says, I'll be way closer to 50 than I care to talk about. It's okay. 40s have been fantastic. So enjoy your 40s, because I still think anytime after 30 is just all good. It's all good after 30.
Says the woman that feels like she's going to die half the time because she's got hip displacement. And
I've had 8 children. My body has definitely been wrecked a little bit. That's okay. Hey, Vineyard Farmhouse is here. How are you?
They're here.
What? They are here. What? We were just talking about you guys. Just saying you weren't real naked. You were naked, but you're not really naked. You're just naked, but not. Anyway. Yeah. So we were just talking about you guys. Yes, 50 is the new 50. And yes, people wear pajamas. I knew the naked gardeners didn't wear things to bed either. Why did I come into this live?
You know why, Troy.
Because you can't help it.
And you wanted to hear me compliment you on your swollenness.
On a serious note, I have no idea when this rain is going to stop so I can start gardening. Okay. On the gardening topic, since Mike brought it up.
Okay.
Let me just tell you.
Do you mind if I eat my...
Go ahead. I was in the feed.
This means you're going to have to do all the talking for a while.
It's fine. I was in the feed store today. It is.
Here's what I found.
No, stop talking, Siri. Stop it. Stop being in my business. My phone, my watch. She wants to be in my business a lot. So anyway, so here's the thing. Ready?
Okay.
It's been raining a lot in all these other places. It's been raining off and on here. It's been chilly. I hurt my back last month, and I went to the feed store today.
Oh no!
And I'm looking around, and I'm like, these plants are like this tall. My little babies that I started 6 weeks ago are like this tall still.
I need to find a new gardener.
I do not know what I'm doing wrong. He said, dude, stop it. LOL. The only bit swole is my belly. Get out of here. Get out of here. She said, we can't help it. Admiring that is the first step. Admitting that is the first step. She can't spell
admitting. I mean, admiring.
The whole show. Yeah, the whole show is about you guys. The nakedness of the naked gardener. It's actually about the naked guy next door to Jake.
It started about pajamas. It just kind of morphed into nakedness.
I do squats and my ankles are swole. Okay, so anyway, I go into the feed store today.
Yeah.
And I may have walked into the feed store from the outside area looking at all the plants.
Did you buy stuff?
And realizing
Did you buy stuff?
Hear me out.
No.
Did you not just say to me the other day that you admitted, I have it on video too.
I just need you
that
to tell me.
Was right.
Did you buy stuff? What did you buy?
He said, Monica, you're right. I think we're behind on the gardening.
Was this when I was sleep deprived?
No, we were driving to church. So I know you were telling truths. And we were driving to be with Jesus. And so you were like, Monica, you're right. And I have it on video, him saying that. And so
I did it to myself, didn't I?
I went into the feed store today and I got a little nervous. And I was like, you know what? No, I didn't run into it. I actually walked into it like this with 2 trays like this, holding up.
What?
Because I need it. The tomatoes are like this tall. My tomatoes are like this big. I have no idea what I'm doing wrong this year. Maybe I'm not praying hard enough. I need to start doing something. I'm telling you, no, I know what I did wrong. I think what I did wrong is I did not use our compost. Every year for the past 3 years, I have used our compost.
Let's go.
This year, I used some store-bought gardening stuff. I used like cocoa core and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm going to make myself a little potting mix. It's going to be great. Oh my gosh. See, you can't put anything in the ground right now. Well, it's been weird. The sponge is, what did you say? The sponge is full. Yeah. 150 tomatoes are getting huge and they're still under lights. Oh, so mine, they're just too small. They're just too small. Hey, Scott. So anyway, Troy's the co-host this coming Wednesday over at the Vineyard Farmhouse. Nice.
Very nice.
Really awesome. So anyway, I may have bought several plants today. I bought cucumbers. I bought 2 different types of cucumbers in the little 6-packs, and I'm supporting a local business, so it's all good. But yeah, I bought some stuff today.
Well, I think that's sometimes what you got to do when you're.
And see, I started all my tomatoes. I started like 6 dozen tomatoes. Not 6 dozen. Couldn't be that many.
Did you actually?
No.
You probably did.
I think I started like a dozen different tomato plants. And then I started 6 pots, 6 little cells in a dozen rows. So is that 6 dozen? No, it's a dozen rows of 6. Why am I not mathing here? Hey, Grace Fire, how are you? Like, I can't. What's wrong with the math on
You've
this?
actually just confused me. I have no idea what you're even saying right now.
Wait, same here. My maters are so big, and I can't put them out yet. I'm going to kill them accidentally, of course. No, you're not going to kill them, Lori. Oh, my gosh.
Well,
What
I was going to say was that sometimes that's what you have to do is you got to be flexible to what you got going on. And look, starting from seed, we started last year. It was okay. Doing seed this year, not so great.
Yeah.
I feel like.
So 6 dozen. Is it 6 dozen? No, it was a dozen rows of 6.
Then only 6 dozen.
It is 6 dozen. No, it was a dozen.
Just draw it. Why don't you just draw it?
I'm going to have to. Okay, but here's the thing. It's probably more because I think that almost all of them had at least 2 or 3 seeds in them and almost all of them sprouted, but I didn't keep all of them. I gave a lot of them away. Oh my gosh. I have not counted that I have 27 different varieties to grow this year. Oh my gosh. 14 micro dwarf tomatoes going though. Oh my goodness. That's awesome.
Should it be called micro dwarf or just like
no,
little
micro
little
dwarf.
plant?
No, that's the name of them.
Oh, okay.
I think I started my tomatoes and peppers around the middle of February. They're ready to go on the ground. Mine should be, but they're not. I started mine in the middle of February too, and they're not. Thank you, Lori. It is 6 dozen. Okay, yeah, I don't know why I'm not mathing good tonight. I need to narrow down my tomato options. Well, I did get rid of a bunch.
Yeah.
I gave a bunch away.
Yeah.
But I still have a lot, and they're tiny, all of them. Even my peppers are like this big. So I bought peppers today too.
Maybe, what's up?
Hey, Ryan. The only things that are growing big in that garden, in that greenhouse, are those giant pumpkins.
Let's go, baby.
But I can't put them in the ground yet.
We're breaking the record in Texas, baby.
No, we're not. Not at this rate. They're not even going to go in the ground because it's too cold. It's too cold. When can you put them in the ground? You need to ask your mentor. Mentor?
I will get mentored later.
Yeah, you need to ask them. When can I put my pumpkins in the ground here? And he thinks he's taking up a big chunk of my garden, but it ain't happening.
Don't you do this
I was
to me.
feeding them. What should I feed them then? Because I'm freaking out that I'm not feeding them. I gave them compost tea, like worm tea. I gave them some Kelzyme. I did all kinds of stuff. I'm inviting you all over for dinner. Yes.
When? Tonight?
Is he gonna be? You just said you don't like go to people's houses for dinner.
If they're grilling naked and sweating all over the food.
No, that's not what you said originally.
No, that's what we talked about.
You don't go to people's houses because they could be sweating in your food. And you don't know what they're doing.
Yes. I don't want body fluids all over my food.
I'll check it. You think that Sydney?
No, I think Sydney gonna be all right.
And Tori are like sweating in your food.
Do you think Sydney and Tori are walking around naked?
They're the naked gardeners.
It's fake naked. It's not the right spelling.
How do you know? We've never been to their house yet.
I've seen videos.
But that doesn't mean they're not naked normally when people come to their house.
I'm just going to say I think we're safe.
Micro drawer from the U.S. Department of Redundancy Department. Did I fertilize them? I fertilized everything.
Fertilized.
But I need to put CalMag.
What is that?
Probably calcium magnesium.
Oh.
Did you say hi to Regina?
Yeah.
I think you did. Okay.
She was one of the first ones in.
Put them on heat mats. They probably need heat. I did put
Did you say hi to Grace and Fire? They came in while you were making me laugh.
Yes. No, I did put them on heat mats. And
Which ones did you put on the heat mats?
All of them. All of them. Oh, I really put his big old giant pumpkins on the heat mats.
Right on. We're going to break that record. Let's go.
You need it bad. Is it CalMag? Is that calcium magnesium? Okay, you need to send Erica like a list of some things we need to get.
You need it bad. Wait a minute.
What's the temperature where your seedlings are at? Tomatoes don't like the cold at all. So they've been in my house, which was warm.
Yep.
And now they're in my greenhouse, which has been warm, except for the last 3 days. It's been really cold. It was so hot the other day.
It's not really cold. You can't say that.
It's in the 60s out
there. It's been cooler.
It's in the 60s in that greenhouse. Just saying. Okay, so I do have a naked story. It wasn't me. My orange hats are 6 inches tall and have tomatoes. Wow.
Why does she have orange hats?
I don't know.
She makes them?
She makes a lot of stuff. I don't fertilize mine until they start showing flowers. Otherwise, I get too much green growth and not a fruit. See, and that's what I was afraid of too. I mean, I did fertilize it, but like that. But okay, Epsom salt and fish emulsion.
Oh.
No, that's nasty, Eric. Don't. Eric has been brewing up some sort of witch's brew in my greenhouse, and my entire greenhouse
it's a heavenly brew.
Nasty. It was cold.
Okay, look.
Rochelle.
Last year we did some fishing towards the end of the year. I took all the guts, all the fish that we didn't eat, put them in a bucket, put water in it, capped it, put it in the greenhouse. So that bad boy
is brewing up.
Steaming.
Yeah, it is steaming. It's nasty. And you don't even go in my greenhouse, and that's disgusting. And I can't lift the bucket because it's too heavy and it hurts my back.
If somebody, okay, we'll put it to the chat. If somebody was going to make you a home 5-gallon bucket of fish water,
I didn't ask him to.
All that stuff. Would you take it?
I didn't ask him to.
Would you want it?
I did not ask him to.
You're welcome.
Oh, orange hats. It's a tomato.
I knew that. I was just kidding.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. As we went for the walk in the 32 degrees.
Seriously?
Willow. Wait, hold on.
Let's see.
Is it David's fetid swamp? No, I don't know.
I don't know
what that is.
It's Eric's. No. It's Eric's concoction.
It's Eric's festering fish emulsion.
There you go. There you
disgusting.
go.
Willow tea. I could do willow tea. We can do that. Yes, 32 degrees. Hey, you know what? Sit the fish soak, brother.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but he's loud. He's yelling it at you right now.
He is yelling. I think
just
he's
go
impressed.
Get it out of there. No, he's not excited. Get it out of there.
I think he's excited.
That stuff will raise the dead. I'll take it. I'll come get it.
That's what I'm talking about. See, Ryan knows what he's talking about. When you have somebody that's winning Guinness Book World Records,
you come get it, Jen.
And they know what you got to listen to them people. Listen.
I'd probably just bury the fish. Soak it, not sit. Oh, he said, soak the fish, brother. That's what he did.
It's soaking. It's in a 5-gallon bucket. It's been there for like 6 months already.
He's been soaking it in the liquid. It smells so bad.
It doesn't. It does.
And when it's 120 degrees.
No, when your dog vomited in the house the other day, that stunk.
Yeah, it does smell.
That stunk.
I make my own organic liquid fertilizer. See, Teresa does. I knew she.
Maybe I'll take some rabbit manure and put it in there with the fish stuff.
Then you can take it and put it outside of the stinking greenhouse.
I think you better be appreciative for all this hard work.
Have Monica come by when we start spraying 1,000 gallons per acre of liquid hog poo.
Thank you.
I don't need to. I have my own liquid hog poo right out back.
Thank you.
It's disgusting. I don't need that. It's not soaking. It's
Why are you acting like a city slicker? You want the stuff to grow or not?
Yes, do that. No, don't do that. Don't do what?
We're doing it.
But add rabbit poop in there. We don't need to soak our rabbit poop. We can put the rabbit poop straight in the garden as is, just in all its glory. Maybe I'll get some little rabbit turds and just crumble them up and put them in my plants. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do.
These experts in here are saying that you should take some of that fish stuff.
You can take the fish stuff, put it in a little spray bottle.
I thought we were working together as a team.
We are. I did all the other work.
I'm sorry.
I did all the other work.
I thought you would have been appreciative for what I'm doing.
I did all the other work. And now you can take what's in the bucket, put it in a little spray bottle, and spray all the stuff then. How about that? That's teamwork right there.
I'll get the water bottle from in here. I
have a second one. I already bought you one from the Dollar General the other day. From the Dollar Tree, mind you. It was $1.25. It's not even a Dollar Tree anymore. It's $1.25. It's $1.25 tree.
Yeah, see, mix the two together.
That's just no.
Yes, put the poo in the brew.
No. Okay. Put the poo in the brew. He can do it. I'm here, but y'all ignored me. Wait, did you say something else?
What'd they say?
Naked gardeners.
What'd they say? Something about sweating on the food?
No, he's not going to sweat on their food. They're not going to sweat on our food.
Okay, good.
Well, hey, if you want us to come, I'm inviting y'all over for dinner. We'll come for dinner. We're all over it. When do you want us to come?
You just got to give us a date. and make sure I can get there.
You have a lot of things you're doing. Are you busy?
Are you serious right now?
I'm scrolling back through the other. Wait, I'm scrolling back.
How far are you going?
I'm gonna go up and see if I can see what they said. Look, my eyes are just like.
First Saturday in May.
First Saturday in May.
I'm here, but y'all ignored me.
I didn't see that. I didn't even see it.
No. He's saying
No, I know. I'm saying
about the dinner thing, and then he's saying
but I didn't
Saturday
see
in May.
it. I didn't even see it up there originally when he was saying I'm inviting.
I'm just looking at the comments over here.
I know.
Oh, because Jen said Eric's festering pop fish brew, but she meant to say poo.
Oh, fish.
I
Festering.
have a feeling her fingers just move too fast. I think that's what the problem is.
You think she's got a busy brain like me? Where we're all over the place. I think she's got a busy brain like me.
I don't know how you want me to answer that.
I feed powdered Miracle-Gro, 1 tablespoon per gallon sweet, only bottom water. Normally I make compost tea, but since we moved recently, I don't have compost pile yet. It makes sense. I make homemade fish emulsion every year in 5-gallon buckets. Yeah.
Do you see?
Okay, first Saturday in May. I will check and see what we have going on. I'll check my thing.
Do you see?
Send me a text. Text me.
I know. Why is he acting like he never sees us
Text
or something?
me.
I mean, we're like we literally work down the street from each other. You know what I mean?
Text
We're
me.
like Main Street brothers.
You're Main Street brothers?
Yeah.
Make homemade fish every year. Did you guys are always welcome for dinner? Just let me know when. There you go. Tony said we can come visit him too. Wait, he's far away. He is not that close, although he makes some good stuff.
Do you make dinner for tomorrow yet?
I'll be seeing it for tomorrow.
Yeah. Or you know what you're going to make?
No. I don't know what I'm going to make for dinner any night until like 4 p.m. That's when I decide.
Oh, that's why you don't. Okay.
That's when I decide. Busy brain. I think we're busy brain sisters. I think we have like that brain that just goes and like there's like, you know, some animal like just run, like on a wheel up there like the whole time.
I've been in this game way too long to make mistakes like that. I know better.
Festering fetish fish food, a Miracle-Gro product brought to you by Eric Bland.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all invited for dinner April 21st to the 23rd, Eric and Monica. Oh, wait, you're inviting us to dinner too. We're invited for dinner all these places now.
We don't have to cook anything for days.
For the whole month. We'll just be driving around everywhere.
Do we get leftovers?
We'll use Miracle-Gro. Do we get to take leftovers home?
Okay, next question for the chat. If you're going to someone's house and they ask you, what would you like me to make? What is your response?
What's
now,
your
mind you,
that you want to eat?
I may or
whoever asks you what you want. Who
don't you
invites
normally
you for
ask?
dinner? No.
You just make people rabbit nachos?
That's what I do.
No, you don't. You
Yes,
ask.
I do.
You ask.
The naked gardeners have a bunch of rabbits too.
I want a rabbit nachos. We get plenty of those around these hard parts.
No, we don't. We only make them when they come to visit, or when the Hansons come to visit, or. And Jen said, "Open invite." That's the ultimate in invites. That's like open invites. Say right there. Yeah, something to eat. Kettle Kitchen. He makes food. He makes good stuff too. I'd be seeing stuff on his Instagram.
Pizza. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. So I was asking. Oh, wait. Grace and Fires got what?
Come on over for breakfast. We have homemade donuts.
What?
Come on down, Jen. I'll make you rabbit nachos. Bring the kids. Bring the hubby. Make sure Steve's a real person. We have seen one video. I have seen him. He does exist. Jen and Steve. Yeah, he exists. Tacos or meatloaf? I'm down for tacos. Tacos always. Meatloaf?
I'm out on meatloaf.
No, because I don't trust people's meatloaf.
I know. Why is that so weird?
Something else. Oh, look. Troy said smoked meatloaf on Friday, smoked pork on Saturday, biscuits and gravy for breakfast. See? Troy's going to make you a meatloaf, and you said no meatloaf.
But I would try it. I'm all in because he's smoking it.
Don't answer the thing in her head. Resist the pull. Yeah, I'll invite you guys and give you the leftovers for the drive home on May 30th. All right, we're going to May 30th there. Lasagna. Oh, lasagna is so good. See, that's a good go-to meal that you're cooking for people. Steve's videos get more hits than mine.
Wait, Steve's got his own channel?
Not even true.
Steve's got his own channel?
I don't think so. I think when he does a video on their channel together.
Oh, I see.
I'm telling you, smoked meatloaf is game changer. Yeah, he hasn't tried that yet. And I bet you if he smoked meatloaf. It's because I don't make meatloaf. His mom makes a meatloaf. And I've tried to make meatloaf before in the 26 years of our marriage.
But here's the thing.
I don't make meatloaf.
Here's the thing with her meatloaf made in a cast iron skillet. Oh, my goodness. Crispy on the outside with that hot and spicy red sauce that she makes. Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Lots of time when I have company, I make shepherd's pie.
With some mashed potatoes, maybe some peas.
Shepherd's pie. That's a good one.
Yikes.
Holding out Glenda. Donuts. Really? Yeah, donuts is a good one. Breakfast. Look, breakfast dinner is always a hit. Like, that's always a good thing around here. My people will be eating some breakfast. They like breakfast. They like Brenner. Cooking in a CI makes food. Wait, hold on.
What does that mean?
Oh, cast iron. Cooking in a cast iron makes food delicious. It does. Mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes.
Wait, is that what
mashed potatoes?
Is that what I sounded like?
Probably.
I was so excited.
And Rochelle lives for meatloaf. I think she meant I love meatloaf, but she lives for meatloaf. That's what
that seems a little bit obsessive.
I will make you homemade beef pot pie, garlic bites, pecan and pumpkin pie, and apple pie moonshine slushies. That's like sounds amazing.
What?
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Somebody would make all that for me?
Leave it to his grace, Scott. Yeah, see? Kettle Kitchen. I'm telling you, Tony's got skills with the cooking. Oh. How do we go from naked mowing to eating? Because Eric's sitting here eating his chili that I made for dinner tonight. So he's like talking about food. Cole Cannon is delicious with some corned beef and Rios. What are you laughing at? Me? Because you're talking about your food? Homemade Indian tacos. Okay.
Wait, what?
That's good.
Indians?
All subjects covered here. Eric, you're talking about American Indians? Is that what you're referring to? I think it's like an Indian food. Like an Indian food. Like an Indian like dish. Like.
Oh.
Eric. Michelle's sausage gravy is some of the best I've ever had. Wait, Rochelle orders meatloaf at restaurants? That's dangerous. What? That's a dangerous game you play. She lives her life dangerously.
I can't believe no.
That's a dangerous thing. Everyone head for Washington Kettle Kitchen meetup right there. That's it. We're all gonna meet up at his place. Hey, Gather Together Homestead. How are you guys? Who here has had? Yeah, look, Regina's inviting herself to that one. She's like, I'm in. She's just getting in the car. She's like, Oklahoma, see ya.
We're all heading out.
Yeah. Let's see. Who has had Chunky Monkey ice cream?
I have not had Chunky Monkey ice cream.
I think that's a...
Cheesy grits are a must. Just saying. Anything grits is... I'm all in.
Wolfgang Puck has a killer one. Okay. So I could see that. Like, that's like a real legit restaurant guy.
Oh, so she's like... Oh,
she's going to fancy restaurants.
She's high end. Oh,
she's not going to like a truck stop and asking for meatloaf. She's like... Hey, we're here. Let's get some meatloaf. I mean, I bet you Buc-ee's, if they serve meatloaf, that'd be legit.
You thought she was like rolling up to a place, dumping the chaw out of her lip, and then heading in? You thought that's what she was getting?
No. If y'all come here, I promise you won't go hungry. I believe that. I believe it. Native American. Yes, that's what he was thinking. You were talking about. Wait, is that what you're talking about? Wait, Native American. Wait, back it up. Go back. Homemade Native American, like Indian tacos.
You name like indigenous people.
Yeah, that's it. That's what they say in all the books now. You have to call them indigenous peoples.
Okay.
Wait, for real? How was that? How was that a thing? What do you do differently? Smoking chicken wings.
What is a Native American taco? I need to know.
Yeah, I need to know what that is. Teresa, we need explanation on this one. Okay, let's say Chunky Monkey is good. Let's see.
Scott must have never
Scott
actually had
nasty.
real grits before. You can't say that they're nasty.
Oh, wait, I don't support Ben & Jerry's. Yeah, I don't really buy Ben & Jerry's except for when sometimes I get the dairy-free Ben & Jerry's, and that's only if they're on sale for my son who doesn't eat dairy. Well, eat a lot of dairy anyway. Wait, knock, Tony. Grits are great, and cocoa wheats. Cocoa wheats. Oh, Grandma used to buy cocoa wheats. That's the it's like oatmeal, but it's not oatmeal. Remember the little
cream of wheat?
The cream of wheat, but remember the chocolate ones?
No.
Yeah, she had the little brown box of cocoa wheats on her fridge, and I would eat them. That's the only time I ever got them was in West Virginia. Is cocoa wheats. They don't like sell them in a lot of places. No joke, Ryan. Cocoa wheats. I would eat them when we went to visit his grandma in West Virginia. The only time and the first time I had them. What books? Oh, homeschooling books. In my homeschooling books, they don't say American Indian. They say indigenous peoples. So that's when we started talking about indigenous peoples over the past few months with my kids.
My people are upset.
We have never had Indian tacos. I make Indian tacos. Wait, okay. It's muskrat or beaver on tacos.
Wait,
are you for real?
No, he's from West Virginia. You expect that.
Wait, we didn't know what prosciutto was. Sorry. We cooked our tacos and banana leaves inside.
Wait, why is she throwing shade over here?
She is.
Well, I don't
hey,
understand.
Life with Belinda and Chuck.
I don't understand.
Sounds like those plants were ungrateful, Monica. The plants that I gave them, we're talking about my little tiny plants. Who said grits are nasty? We can't be friends. Somebody said grits are nasty. It was not a good thing. Eric was appalled.
Yeah, I was.
Now I
appalled.
need store-bought ice cream. Period. It's a disappointment. I made her burn vanilla ice cream from scratch. Oh, wait, with raisins. With raisins.
Yeah, nasty.
Fry bread. Okay, grits and eggs. I tucked over 1 million miles in the U.S.
Wait,
Eric, I've had grits in pretty much every state. Oh, it was Scott. He's had grits in every state, and he does not like grits.
What?
Indian tacos are made with fry bread. Okay, thank you for answering that. Okay.
I don't even know. What does that mean, fry bread?
Okay, I kind of know it, but I don't. Okay, so fry bread, homemade chunky chili, shredded lettuce salsa, shredded cheddar cheese, and sour cream. And so fry bread, I don't know how to explain it. I think it looks like a taco, like a tortilla. I think fry bread looks like a tortilla, but it's not a tortilla. But it looks like that, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm really messing this up. Did you really have a maggot in your... Yes, he did. It was horrible.
Which is why you can't go outside.
He didn't tell
naked.
me until we were on... You were outside naked? That's how you got a maggot in your beard?
My face was naked.
No, it wasn't. Your face has never been naked. My entire time I've ever met you, your face has never been naked. Never been naked.
I didn't have a kerchief on my face.
Naan bread or naan bread. Yes. Okay. Like a puffy fried naan or naan. Okay. Yes. Jesse said, Eric, what do you expect coming from a Canadian? And fry bread is like a thick tortilla, but kind of like cornbread, kind of a mix. Yeah. See, okay. So I can show you a picture of what it looks like.
I would try it.
Yeah, I think you would like fry bread. Even
Where's
though you don't
Naked
really
Gardeners? Can they make us some stuff like that? I know they're fancy pantses.
They're foodies. That's not fancy pants. It's foodies. Foodies is what they are.
Okay.
Which is fancy pants, basically.
Yeah, they're definitely fancy pantsy.
I bet you they know all about it, though.
Where to begin homestead? Just jumped in here.
Hey,
how you
Janice,
doing?
how are you? Okay, so let's see. This is Native American fry bread.
That looks like a donut or something.
It looks amazing.
It looks like, is that?
See,
oh,
there you go. There you go. That's what she's
isn't that
talking
what
about.
they have at Taco Bell?
That's Navajo tacos right there.
What?
Crispy homemade Indian fry bread and your favorite fillings to top it.
Wait,
Right
you
there.
mean Taco Bell's thing and stole that idea?
No, because it looks like a chalupa.
No.
No, it looks nothing like rainbow. That's what it looks like, is like a chalupa. Let's see. Wait, who's waiting for?
It's like a savory flat donut. Get it right.
Jesse, does your lovely wife grits? Point proven.
Fry bread and chili. Yes. I would try it. I definitely would. No, it looks nothing like naan bread.
Nan bread or naan.
Naan.
Hold on. Let's see.
Let's see what else we got in here. Does your lovely wife grits?
There you go, Chuck. We go on Sunday evening to start the induction, so baby Rhett will be here Monday. That is awesome. I was wondering how far she was. I couldn't remember how far along she was. Okay. You remember Gather Together Homestead? They were telling us on there when we did live with them before that they were pregnant. Do you remember? Glenn and Jess? You don't remember. They had the little boys. They had the boys in the front. He sat right here. So Jess was in the front. Jess was over here. And Glenn was kind of behind. And their son sat right in the seat with them. And we were sitting there kind of interviewing.
Oh, because I was interviewing the kid.
Yeah, because it was like all the wood in their house behind him and stuff. And you were talking to him.
Good.
Yeah, so they're going to have their next little baby.
We should have him back on.
They're going to have their next little baby. That is amazing. Congratulations, Glenn.
We'll interview the baby as well.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
Hmm.
Oh, let's see.
I feel like
so they go on Sunday evening. Wow, they're going on Easter evening to go start the induction of the baby. That is so cool. That is so cool. I'll be praying for you guys. We'll be praying.
She remembers.
Who's? Yes, see, Rochelle remembers.
Hello, Miss Brooke Cowgirl Homestead. What is going on?
How are you? Let's see. Cold cannon is a delicious dish from the Irish of mashed potatoes with a hearty twist of tender, buttery cooked cabbage folded in. Ramps are a leek with garlic and onion flavor. Ooh, Roberta's got it going on too. Hold on, I'm gonna look at that too. That's cold cannon. She was saying.
What does that even mean?
She was explaining it.
Delicious dish from the Irish. Wait,
I'm gonna show you. Ready? That's what that is. It's like potatoes and all the stuff mixed in.
Is that bacon in it?
I don't think there's bacon in it, but it's like cabbage. It's like cooked cabbage. It looks
like bacon right there.
They're probably going to have bacon in this one.
Oh, that looks
good.
They
got chunks of bacon.
It's got bacon.
They got chunks of cabbage and bacon.
Can't go wrong with the bacon.
Hey, Jackie, how are you? Of course, we're talking about food and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, hey, Jackie Sailor's here.
I'm sure he will have a lot to say.
Let's get this.
That is so funny, though. They're having another boy, too. And I didn't even notice that. I forgot to ask what they were having before. I just kind of go back and kind of peruse their videos to see what if they knew what they were having. That's so cool. Are you leaving, Lori? Good night.
She's had enough of us.
She said, good night, Monica. Bye, Lori.
Wait, goodbye, Monica.
She was saying bye to me. Yeah.
Oh, did you see a comment that she made about me?
Oh, just little JC Rhett will only do interviews at 2 a.m. just before his feeding. That's what Jesse said. See you later, Lori. Have a happy birthday. Oh my goodness.
This is not good late at night. I need a snack.
LG Home said, Eric, wash your beard. She said, what? Lori said, wash your beard. Oh my gosh.
You can add bacon. I'm in. Anything you can add bacon to, I'm in.
Wait, what is 6 months? What's 6 months? Wait, Naked Gardener said 6 months. What do we say 6 months from?
Food and Nakedness Fun Show.
I feel like that's what it's been. Food and nakedness. Well, we do have a guest that are coming on here real soon. They are. Oh, and by the way, Luke just texted me and said, hey, Liberty is not watching our live stream tonight. She's hanging out with him.
That's okay.
That's just rude.
You got to do family stuff. You know what I mean?
But yes, our guests will be on here really soon. They were kind of running a little bit late tonight, so they're going to be on here a little bit after 9. And I'm excited because our guests are real big on Instagram, naked and hungry, not afraid. And they have not a little channel, but they have a channel here on YouTube, and I'm super excited to talk with them.
Passamaquoddy.
What? Hey, how are you?
I remember them being here before. That's the town from Pete's Dragon.
That's right.
I don't know why I can always remember that song.
Yep. You can remember that song or that place?
The song. You want me to sing it?
No, I think it's good. I think we're good.
Yeah, so
if you really want to sing it, you can.
No.
I would say that again, you've got the dancing. You've got the rhythm with the dancing. That's your jam. So we don't have to keep it clean out that Lori's left.
If you have to ask.
I'm back. Hey Connor, what did I miss? Can we get a Size Does Matter YouTube challenge? Hey, oh, that's right. He does have that. Oh, hold on. Let me get the link for that. I saw him putting that up there, and it made me laugh when he started. I saw that.
Thank you, Scott.
I didn't get a chance to go back and. Do you have a video on that, or is it a live, Ryan?
Right on.
Size Does Matter YouTube challenge. I see it right here. I'm going to get that. Excuse me, I'm going to burp. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I got that. Okay, copy. Here it is. Go check out.
Yeah, if anybody else has anything, since we're going to have a guest
check out Ryan's challenge over there.
Okay, I'll wait.
Sorry. It's not the length. It's the size. Just saying. Go ahead. You go. Go ahead.
Okay, I was going to say.
Stop being all diva.
What? Yeah. What? Had a garden?
Hey, had a garden.
What's going on? No, I was going to say, if anybody else has any announcements that they'd like us to make, just put it in the chat there, and we'll highlight it.
Yeah, try to put some videos up.
If we need to drop a link, we can do that. If you got any big projects you're working on, if there's anything you want to draw attention to.
Yeah.
If I want to keep saying things without Monica interrupting me.
Oh, I got the rules posted in my community. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to Heaven Hills. Yeah, no, I finally got my computer working up here so I can put links up and stuff. I was trying to do that earlier. My computer wouldn't come up at all.
Yeah.
Pumpkin Mania. Oh, you had Cattywampus Acres on. I love that guy. He's so cool. I follow him on here. Okay, let's see. Where is the challenge? I don't see the information on here, Ryan.
All right. So, well, if nothing else, head over to Heavenly Hills Homestead and look for the Size Matters.
Hey, Ryan, I'm going to make you a moderator. So if you can grab the link and bring it over here, that would be super. We need to take the bets. Eric's hitting a tree or making a sub out of the drone. We need to take bets. Is Eric hitting a tree or making a sub out of the drone?
I'm starting a skills collab on my next live.
Ooh.
I'll talk about that.
Okay. Okay,
so,
good. Well, then next week.
What kind of skills? Like saw skills, handling cattle, meatloaf, What kind of skills are we talking
Let me
about here?
look.
Or is it across the board?
Across the board.
Oh,
We will keep you guys in prayer.
For what are we talking about?
For Yossi and Israel. Passamaquoddy.
Yossi and Israel?
Yeah. If you scroll down, you can say, Grow Jack Outdoors does giant watermelons. Yeah. Well, I know that he's starting to do the challenge, which is awesome. We said good luck with that. 5K challenge. We have 5K by April 23rd. We'll do a, what did he say? You just took it down.
12-hour live or something.
Oh, that's cool. They did a big live stream. Yeah.
Didn't he do like, it wasn't supposed to be 24 hours, but he backed out or something?
I think he did a 24-hour live.
No.
Yes, he did. Yes.
Did he?
Across the board, whatever relevant to your channel. Oh, that sounds fun, Rochelle. How do I do with the moderate? So like basically, Brian, now because you have a little wrench now, you can actually post links and stuff. So, and you can use emojis and you won't get like timed out or anything like that. But if you find your link and if you can post it, just put it in there like you're making it like a post. But now you can post links and it won't like get mad at you. Hey, Miss Denise, how are you? You're never late. Thank you for coming in. Let's see.
Is this it?
Size doesn't matter. There you go. Well, I put the video up, but he said there's a link for his community tab or the rules are in the community tab, but I didn't see that part of it. Eric, are you going to try to giant pumpkin? Yes, he is going to try to grow a giant pumpkin. Let's see.
I'm trying to break the Texas record.
He's going to try. And Brampton Gardner said it across the board. Connor said, I'm preparing for the regional bass fishing tournament on April 15th. That's like in a week. That's crazy. That's awesome. And my flip site video. Yeah, I was looking for that video. Did you put it on your, what's a flip site video? Is it a type of video? Hold on. I'm looking.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, I see something. Oh, the flip sites. Oh, I know what the flip sites are. Oh, you just put this up 4 days ago. Oh, I love these videos. Okay, so it's called okay, so I was thinking. So it's a flip site, meaning he puts a bunch of stuff down and he goes around and flips it. And what's under it, this is how I started watching him. When I started watching his thing and I realized what he was doing. So he has these spots like this and he flips them up and finds snakes and stuff. And it is so crazy because you never know what he's going to find. And I'm always like, don't touch it. He's going to put something. So anyway, yeah, I like watching those. Okay, good. I'm going to have to watch this. So his flip site is still going strong. I have to go see. I'm going to share that video, Connor, because those are like the coolest videos when you see him flipping over all this stuff.
Wait, was that his hands or was his dad's hands? He's not getting scared up in there, is he?
No, he don't get scared.
All right, just saying.
But he does do stuff with his dad.
Living in abundant grace.
Oh, I like that name. Very nice.
Hello. Yes.
Check out. Let's see if I can get Connor.
What does Connor have?
His flip sites.
No. What does he have?
Herps. He's herping.
What?
You're herping.
What?
Stop it. Stop it. You're going herping. You're looking for like snakes and things like that. Yes, that's a thing.
No.
Stop it.
You're making
2,200 pounds is the record in Ohio, by the way. Do you know the record here that you're trying to break?
My mentor does.
Oh, my word.
What?
Make a pumpkin boat and go fishing. That'd be interesting. Get yourself a giant gourd. Herpetology. Yes. Thank you, Jen. Eric's all.
Everybody knows that.
Flip site video. Oh, his newest flip site video. I can't wait to watch that. I'm excited. I'm going to have to go check that out. I have it playing actually behind me here, but I'm going to have to stop it so that I can go see it. Oh, there's a good snake.
Whoa, someone's throwing shade.
Dad's 50% girl.
I'm going to hurry and get that off.
So wrong.
I'm going to get that off before your dad comes in the room.
That's so funny. You're so bad. Oh, that's so bad. He said dad's 50% girl. That's so wrong. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I got to get this off of here because that's pretty cool. I'm going to have to go watch that later, Connor. I didn't see that one come up. I don't know how I missed that because I usually get notifications for stuff, but I didn't even see that.
Hey,
I've been watching the Law and Crime Network, so
speaking of that, so
Living in Abundant Grace has some chips.
As we've talked about here recently, our channel has grown significantly. And
they're in Oklahoma.
And one of the things that we've been working on is putting out a short every day outside of when we're doing a full length video.
Yes.
So I like to use the different subscriptions, if you will, that I have access to as a way to kind of track when you're being notified.
Mm-hmm.
So last week, one of our videos that we put out, Abigail didn't get notification until the next day.
Yep.
Okay. So today I put the video out, had it scheduled for 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it on 2 of my channels,
Mm-hmm.
went to look for it on the other channel, and our logo is gone.
Wait, what logo?
That logo.
It's gone where?
It's not part of any of my, at the top where all the,
How come?
I don't
Oh,
know.
it's because you already watched it. It
No.
only pops
No,
up
no,
when
no.
you haven't watched it.
No.
Yes.
If you hit subs on the bottom of your phone, if you hit subs, all your subs come up on the top.
Only the most recent videos that you haven't watched will come first. If you scroll all the way to the very end, if you watch them, they disappear from the top.
No,
and they go
don't.
to the back. Okay, that's what
No,
I
they
thought.
No.
To watch Papa
It's the
Pepper
blue
from
dot.
his
The
gardening,
blue-
livestock breeding, fishing. Sorry.
The blue dot is what shows up and disappears.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I'm just telling you.
You
It's
can't forget the
gone.
link
It's not
share in
even.
the
It's not even part of my. But if you go and look at our channel,
Mhm.
it says that I'm subscribed.
Okay. I'll have to go watch, Roberta. I'll have to go check them out. Papa Pepper. I'm going to have to go look at them. Let's see. And then, bye, Troy. Thanks for coming in tonight. We appreciate you for popping in here.
Happy birthday again.
Yes.
I want to say that again in case you don't make it to the next.
What? In case you don't make it to the next one.
No, it's not. It's
That's awful.
No, I was just saying because you just never know.
Be careful. Country Road Cure just got hacked. They took everything in them. That's awful. I'm going to check out the, hold on. I'll go there. Heavenly Hills. Okay, hold on. Let me refresh. Boop. I have tonight's live bar. Oh, there it is. There's the, okay. I got you now. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to see if I can share it.
And I'm going to ask Ryan too.
Maybe I can't get the link, Ryan. Huh? Maybe you can't share a community post.
I will say or ask Ryan, aka my mentor.
Yeah.
What's the?
He just said 827.
Oh, 827. Okay, there you go.
Thanks.
Okay, good. I got to pay attention to my mentor. I'm not being a very good student.
Okay, I'm going to repost it on our community page so you guys can say, check out this fun challenge. Okay, I'm just going to repost it on our community page. So it should repost on our community page, but I guess you can't put a community tag up on the comments. So sorry. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
that's really rough, Troy. I know you'll live to see 51. It's fine. Not really sure why you're saying that stuff. I'm a better friend.
You just have to.
I changed all my passwords. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and do that. I'm gonna have to just change all our stuff. That's kind of freaky. All right, Teresa, take care. And we're praying for you, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, take care of your husband. Take care of yourself, okay? We'll be thinking about you. She's got a lot going on, and she hung out in here tonight with us for a while. So that's exciting. Thank you for doing that. Maybe we kept her mind off other things. So anyway, hey, Dawn, how are you?
Dawn Ray B.
Yep, she's here. Okay, let's see.
What?
Oh, he was saying Saturday, May 1st was International Gardening Day.
Who said?
That's the Naked Gardeners. He just texted me.
Hey, want to put it in the chat.
National Naked Gardening Day is May 1st. That's the first weekend. Oh my gosh. That's funny.
I see what he was trying to do.
That's funny. So silly. Okay, hold on. All right. Yes, we were far behind on the comments. Sorry about that, guys.
Whoever took it and changed the name to Andrew Tate and was live streaming this morning and did all the videos private and changed so no one could comment.
That's awful. Well, you know, they did that with one of the other ladies. Yay, you're still awake. Yay. They did with one of the ladies we were friends with. She was on our podcast, and they took her, they hacked her account, and then they named it something else. It was like, I don't know if it was like Kobe Bryant website or whatever. Oh no, it was what's the one guy that, like, he's a singer, Kanye West. They renamed her page Kanye West, her YouTube channel Kanye West, and then they started streaming as Kanye West. They weren't streaming nothing. They were streaming. They took all her stuff and renamed all this stuff, put videos up, all this, and she was like, "What the heck?" It was bad. It was bad stuff. So yeah, I reported a bunch and got a message that did something about it. Oh, good. That's awful. That is so awful. Yes, I yawned, Eric. Bear with me. It's been a long day here too. That's crazy. Oh, I hate that. Yeah, and if if you spend time in prayer and stuff, make sure you're praying for Pastor McWadi, pray for Yossi and Israel, and then also pray for Teresa and her husband. Her other half is in the hospital and he's been having a time. So yeah, pray for them.
Wow.
So, okay, let me go back and go to my.
You just don't know sometimes how
precious
life truly is.
Yes. Living in Abundant Grace Homestead looks like she's got a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to cut and copy and paste this so you can check it out.
Okay.
Go.
Thanks for letting me know that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just thought, I'm trying to get, I still got the Herpin video over there. I got to go check out. There we go.
I feel like you just want to mess with me now.
Why? Because I'm saying herpin. It's herpetology. It's a thing, Eric.
Okay, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying we could just say we're looking for snakes.
That's not just snakes, though.
What is it?
You're looking for all kinds of stuff. You're looking for snakes and like probably lizards and stuff. Probably turtles, too.
I like turtles.
You're so dorky.
All right. So what else you got before our visitors come on? You were talking about...
It's the branch of zoology concerned with the study of amphibians and reptiles. So when you're herping, see toads too.
Is it zoology or zoology?
It's zoology. And it's amphibians and reptiles. So you're looking for all the things. Herp over to Don Ruby. She said, but don't really. I love it. Yeah, so it's like all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
He finds snakes and stuff, but he's found I think he's found toads and stuff before. I don't know. I've seen a bunch of them. I've looked at a bunch of his videos. I don't always comment. But
so Monica's talking about how cold it is down here. And I'll say like 2 days ago, it was like 90 degrees. And Dad was...
One Monday.
Dad was over there working on his bushes and landscaping and stuff like that. And he found himself a little snake. I don't think he got a picture of it. It was moving too quick.
Snakes, turtles, lizards, and more. He's awesome. I'm about to go check out. Would you say it's called Papa Pepper? I'm going to look that up. Papa Pepper. I'm going to go look that up because the kids like that kind of stuff too. Papa Pepper. Got it.
Salamander. I think that's a little lizard, reptile, whatever you call it, that we found out there by the hay bales earlier in the springtime. And that was, I think Connor was helping me with the name of it. I can't remember what it was called now. Yeah. But I do like finding new things out in the pasture or the yard. It's always kind of fun.
Yeah. I'm good as long as they stay out of my garden. I'm fine with that. I like digging up the grubs in my garden and throwing them for the chickens.
They're eating the bugs though. The reptiles and stuff. Right?
Excuse me. I guess so. I don't know. I can't wait for May 1st to let my puppies out. Them dogs hurt when they're in shoes. May 1st, I get the garden naked so my feet won't be hurting. Naked feet only for Ryan.
He's a true West Virginian.
Yeah.
Walking around barefoot.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, my Texan today, I asked him to help me get some stuff out of the vehicle. And I was going to pick up Jonathan from work and I still had the stuff in the vehicle from when I dropped him off. So he came out to get plants. And he come walking out with no shoes. And I was like, baby, you got to go all the way to the greenhouse. Go get some shoes on. He's like, I'll be fine. There are puddles, y'all, and mud and like sticky, nasty mud. I was like, no, you can go get your boots on. So I had to make him go back inside and get boots on because he was going to walk all the way from our side door all the way to my greenhouse, which is not it's not like right there.
No.
With no shoes across rocks and all of it. No.
It's good 50, 60 feet.
Yeah. Well. He's not be walking his little bare feet. So anyway.
Very nice. Very nice.
Backwater snake. Sorry, I'm like yawning. Ninja turtles. Yeah, looking for ninja turtles. That's what it is. Let's see.
Let's go.
Papa's children know how to recognize snakes, which ones they can catch and handle, and those that need to ask Papa about. They know how to process deer and chicken and go gar fishing and more. That's pretty cool. My kids love to fish now. That's one of their favorite things to do. It was 80 here yesterday, he said. Ryan said. That's crazy.
Oh,
yeah, it was really warm on Monday, and then it's been overcast and chilly the past couple of days. My kids actually were going to go fishing down at the pond yesterday. I think Elijah wanted to go fishing, and none of the boys would go with them. But I didn't see your comment got deleted, Jackie. Did your comment get deleted? I didn't see them.
I don't know if I know how to do that yet.
I did not see your
comment. I need to learn how to do that when people start saying
You
things.
took the name to Andrew. I haven't seen anything, Jackie. I didn't see you get deleted. I was looking. Re-say what you said. I will see.
So I was watching a video earlier today for, let me see, what is today, the 6th? Yeah, so it was today up in Maryland. They were having like a hailstorm.
Really?
Yeah.
What seeds did you plant, Eric? Do you even know?
Yes. The one was the giant pumpkin seeds.
Sure.
What are you laughing about?
They were all 3 giant pumpkin seeds, Eric.
No, the one was specifically, it said giant or ginormous or
no
something. No, we labeled them. So I know
Yeah.
which ones we did. We did 3. Was it 3 different
We
ones?
did 3 different varieties, and
different
all
ones.
of them, we did 2 seeds in each pot. Out of the 3 pots with 2 seeds each, 2 of the pots came up both plants. The one pot only came up with 1 plant.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure which one that was, but we have them labeled. So on the side of the bucket, we can tell.
But it's out in the greenhouse, so I can't go out there and look right now.
You can go out there and look. It's fine.
You want me to go outside and grab it?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
I can't stop yawning tonight, guys. I'm so sorry. Shaking my head.
Wow.
What? Yeah, I don't see any deleted comments either. No, not sure what's going on. Gargantuan, gigantic, ginormous, giga pumpkin. Yeah, it was one of those terms.
I think it was Giga Pumpkin.
It was not Giga Pumpkin
I think
at
that's
all.
exactly
No,
what it was.
not at all. Oh my gosh. Go ahead, walk out there barefoot. No. Armstrong has just bought a lot next to their hunting property. It has a nice single light on it, the open door, and there was a copperhead in the hallway. So last year, our neighbor across the street, she texted me and she was like, hey, just a heads up, make sure your boys are very aware of the animals. Make sure your kids are aware right now because it's the season. Hold on.
I want to address this real quick.
Anyway, no, real quick. Anyway, she sent me a picture. She was there with her grandsons. And anyway, she was there with her grandsons. She shut the door. She opened the door to let the dog out. And a copperhead came running up in her house.
I don't think.
She just slammed the door on it. Yeah.
Copperheads don't run anywhere.
Well, it was slithering. And anyway, her grandson shut the door on it. So it was like halfway in, halfway out. And I asked her, I said, well, were they able to get it for you? It's a good thing your grandsons were there because they're like teenagers. And she's like, no, the one ran behind the couch screaming like a girl. And she said the other one went over and helped her like get it. Get it. Anyway, she said it was a copperhead. She took a picture and sent it to me. It was kind of blurry, but it didn't look good. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you say the other day? Snakes slither? Or no, they don't slither. What do they do?
Oh.
What do they do?
I forgot what I said.
Hey, Adventures of the Outdoor Eagle. How are you? It's past my bedtime, but I've seen your own. It's past my bedtime too. I keep yawning. I'm not trying to be rude, but I am like, yawny.
Yawny? I feel like that's a rapper. Lil Yawny.
It should be. That'd be my name if I was a rapper. Hey, Annie's Kitchen and Herb. Hey, Annette, how are you? Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
That would be me. I would be Little Yawny.
Little Yawny.
Oh, they're going to come on here in just a few minutes. She said they'll be on in about 2 minutes. So
okay.
No one wants the names and numbers. No. What's the names and numbers? We have the names and numbers written down on the thing.
Yeah.
The guest is coming. I promise. She's coming. Oh, there you go. Look, they're coming on here.
Boy, they're getting unruly.
I know. I can't stop yawning, Dawn. I'm so sorry. My gosh, it's been a long day. I'm just yawning at myself. We're boring ourselves here. The oldest son stepped on it and swiped it out the back door. Took a stick and stabbed it into the ground. Oh my goodness. Now see, like if we posted something like that on our YouTube, we'd be like giving another warning. They'd be taking the video down and be like, you're not allowed to have your children in your videos stabbing anything into the ground. That is violating the YouTube rules.
Fair.
Okay, so you want to introduce our guests?
Do I want to introduce the guests?
You can. Hey, Jeannie, how are you? Okay, I can do it. Just got done with banana bread and lemon cookies. Ooh, that sounds yummy.
I just smelled that in my nostril holes when she just said.
In your nostril holes?
When she said banana bread, I could smell it.
Banana bread's so good.
Yeah. Should we introduce them now?
When they're not ready. Okay, give me the thumbs up when you're ready. Thumbs up. Okay, we're good. All right. So this is our guest. This is Carrie and Caleb, and they have a channel called the Little Pallet Farmhouse. Okay, take off the little comment thing. And then, hi guys.
Hi.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Good.
Thanks
Doing
for having
great.
us on.
Wait, can you hear us? Sorry, I gotta say that again. Okay, say that again because he had to turn you up.
Okay, I just said thanks for having us on.
Oh yeah, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
I've been following you on Instagram for a while, and I was sitting here and I was telling Eric, I was like, I really want to try to get some different people on. And then when I saw that you had a YouTube channel too, because we've just invited other people that are just on Instagram or wherever. But when I saw you had a YouTube channel too, I was like, okay. And then I must have watched Caleb's video on the sawmill like twice, no joke. I watched it the one time all the way through, and I have a bad habit of like what I like to call double clicking, when you're watching a video and you click it twice so it goes faster.
Oh yeah.
I do that with a lot of videos, and I admitted it in one of our lives before, and I got a lot of shade for that. People were really mad at me, but I did not double click his sawmill video. And so I was like, oh, this is a good video. Like, it wasn't a short video. And it was very intriguing because I knew it was something that Eric had brought the idea up to me before. And I don't know if it would pay us back necessarily as quickly as y'all, because we don't have wood like that on our property. But man, when I watched it the first time, I went back and watched it the second time just so I could show him bits of it. And I was like, you got to watch this video. But anyway, I when I saw you guys had a YouTube channel, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to see if they'll come on and hang out with us. And then I saw you guys did a live together recently, and I was like, okay, cool. They can do lives. They're good. They can do this.
We try.
So.
Yeah. No, the sawmill's been fun, but it's really Caleb's gig, and I've learned so much just about wood, would you believe? And really get excited for trees now, and I didn't feel that way before. So
it's a whole new way of looking at it. Trees, or even like if you have some woods, and then like even a dead tree that's going down, and you could like, what could I use that for something, or before firewood? I mean, people burn wood too.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of homesteaders are buying wooded land now because it's less expensive than pastured tillable land. So
Well, I just want to say that Caleb, I have a lot to learn from you, because even the videos that I make, she skips through half of it.
All right. Oh, she.
Yeah, so I might need to reach out and get some pointers.
No, I watched a lot of their actual video. Like I watched through.
I know.
But I absolutely love, because you guys do some really great reels on Instagram too. And like, I absolutely love it because they're very informative and there's a lot of really good content. The type of reels, like, so if you guys haven't checked out the Little Pallet Farmhouse, you need to go over to Instagram too and check out all their reels and check out all their content there, because there is so much really great content that you guys put out. And I just love it. I absolutely just eat it up. I'm always saving your stuff or like screenshotting things that you're putting up. And it's just, there's so much there. And I just appreciate such great content, because there's a lot of people that put stuff out and it's just not that constant consumable. Like, there's something that you can constantly consume on your page. There's always something new coming out, and it's always worth a check out. If I haven't, seen you come up in my feed for a while, you're one of those people that I will type in the little and then it'll come up, and then I can go back and find what I haven't seen in a while and start like hearting them like some stalker. I'm not a stalker, I promise. But those people, like every now and then you see someone come on your like feed and they like heart all these things, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's what I'm doing. So now I have to stop hearting things, and I have to heart sporadically so I don't look like a spaz. But no, you really do. So you make sure you go over there and check them out, because it's really good stuff. So, okay. So for everybody here that doesn't know you, can you guys share with us a little bit about your channel, your social media, everything you guys do?
Well, thank you. I noticed Jackie was asking there before, where's my accent from? So yeah, to briefly introduce us, I'm originally from the northeast of England, and so I'm transplanted to the Midwest, and my learning curve has looked something like that. I almost left and went back after the first 6 weeks. I think I cried more in my life.
Oh.
Well, it's all a bit of a blur now. But Caleb, this is his heartland, and so he brought us to the Midwest, and we've been doing all the things. Well, Caleb's been doing all the things. I've been videoing him doing all the things.
You do something. You do a lot of stuff. With your garden.
I try. Well, the garden, yeah. But so do you want to give a bit of your background and?
Well, like where we live in is near where I grew up, and so a lot of what I do or what we do is kind of normal sort of thing about how I grew up, just having a small farm and having animals, having a garden, and with what you harvest, you save for the winter through that sort of thing, and that's what we did a lot. In the summers, go fishing and go hunting, that kind of thing. That was life in the country. So, yeah.
In England's kind of different. So, you might say that, Caleb's the country boy and I'm the city girl, but in England, you're always quite close to the country when you're in the city. So,
London.
Yeah, except London, right? But I did grow up in the countryside where we had sort of sheep and cows, never too far away. But then at the same time, you're only sort of 10 minutes from the store or, 20 minutes from the beach. And so it was quite a different environment to literally being in the middle of nowhere. When we got here, I actually videoed our sort of, the county road that leads to our house and sent it to my dad. And he was really worried about are you going to be all right out there? Because it struck him too about just literally how out in the boonies we are. So,
I mean, it's 30 minutes to the grocery store, a drive. So, I mean, that's just.
But it does cause you to be a lot more intentional about, the food that you're, going to put up and, what you've got on hand and those kind of things. So you live differently. So.
Yeah, that's true. Now, so you guys are only 30 minutes from the store. That's pretty good country-wise because, I mean, we live about 30 minutes, give or take, from stores on either end. We kind of live in this triangle area. We live out in the country, but we have 30 minutes north, south, or west. We can kind of go to a store either way. So that's really God put us exactly where he needed us to be as a family, especially because with little kids, we, for some reason, have a lot of accidents since we moved to Texas. One kid after another has gotten into some sort of trouble. So we're visiting the ER and the urgent care. And at least I know that it's only 30 minutes away if I can't handle it ourselves. So, it's not too bad. But some people are way out there, and that would probably really freak me out a little bit. Because, when we moved here, we had 7 kids, and I had my 8th about a couple years after we moved here. And I'll never forget, they were like, well, if you go into labor, you really have fast labor. So you're going to need to start in really early. And I'm like, oh, shoot. Yeah. Because the hospital she wanted me to deliver at was an hour away at least. She's like, that's not including traffic. Got to go in past Dallas. And I'm like, oh, no. Thankfully, that didn't happen. But we were a little bit worried timing wise. So 30 minutes is actually pretty good. But like you said, Carrie, you have to kind of plan things out a little bit. It helps you think about what you're putting up and what you're growing yourself. And that's a good place to be.
It's 30 minutes of Caleb drives. If I drive, it's more 45 minutes. Where's the deer?
Yeah, that makes sense too. So on your land, what do you do? Do you grow things? Do you grow animals? Do you just grow food? What do you have going on your land, on your property?
Well, we're sort of heading towards trying to be as self-reliant as possible. But as you know, it's sort of it's a journey. And so, my main focus is trying to grow a garden and, put up, we do lots of tomatoes and, I'm always trying to grow the root vegetables and potatoes and carrots and all of those things, onions, things that you can put away. This year I'm getting a little broader because the garden's only sort of 3 years old. We've only been here 3 years. And so I'm putting in things like asparagus and artichoke and, sort of trying to sort of broaden our choice a little more. And Caleb's then, he's got the pigs. Well, we have the pigs, but, Caleb goes in with the pigs. I, stand and wave at them and sometimes go and stroke. But when they get to a size, they kind of they don't have any space boundaries and, I got, you know, I got a snout in the back of my knees once, and I was like, that's one time too many. So,
yeah. Well, especially if you grow full-size pigs, which I think you guys do, it's definitely a little more intimidating than the like kunes or I call like they're like the more fancy pigs. A lot of people grow the fancy pigs now. Yes. And they're the specialty pigs. And if you grow more of people like to refer to as meat or commercial hogs, which I just call them heritage breeds. I mean, they're just, you raise full size. I raise full size pigs, and I raise a Tamworth and a Red Wattle mix. So they're big hogs. So yeah, you only need one kind of nudge Eric got nudged on the thigh once real good. She wasn't trying to come at him. She was just trying to get the bucket that happened to be right up against his leg.
Right.
And he could have had a chunk taken out, and instead he had a nice bruise there. But yeah, pigs can get big. So
I didn't realize how playful they can be as well. So we have our boar. He's currently separated and sort of feeling like, maybe socially a little bit, isolated. But I went in the other day to, change water or something. And he starts doing that thing that dogs do. He's like running and spinning and then flopping on the floor, like playing. And I was like, that's cool, but I don't want to get in the way of that, So,
yeah, for sure. Yeah. What kind of pigs do you raise?
Oh, it's a Mangalitsa.
Yeah, the curly haired ones.
Yeah.
That's cool.
How big do they get?
It's just, I think we've heard 350 to 400 or something like that. They can, but ours are hovering around the 250 to 300. The adults, and then I mean, right now we just have 11 or 12 rather. 2 sows. Two sows and
that's a lot.
2 sows had their litters, and like if you watch some content, you story of one getting out, and we thought she was gone, and then the farmer came up and said, "Hey, I found your sow, and she's got 5 pigs," and then we got them all back. And anyway, there's
I can't believe people got them back. I mean, pigs are not an animal that are easy to catch. I mean, you think of every critter that we have in the woodlands here, but pigs are probably like the most challenging of all of them.
Well, and she got out when we first got them, and they were like, she was like 80 pounds, so we didn't even know she was pregnant. And then it was 3 months later, and like, oh, ta-da! There's this adult sow with her 5 pigs now wandering around the woods. And anyway, there's a whole story there. But yeah.
Well, you have a video of it, right? So you go back and watch the video. Well, we start with our pigs here. It's one of those things that as soon as we decide we know which one we're going to keep from our breeding pair, I try to be out there as much as possible handling it and, handling them. Usually we raise 2 or 3 for our family because we are not just us, but we, have meat available for my sister, my dad, his parents, things like that. So we want to make sure we're kind of having enough meat as a family to our extended family as well. And I try really hard to make sure I'm out there handling them, kind of playing with them, being out there. But even my bottle pig, Peter the pig, who was born a couple years ago, he stayed in our house for a few weeks because he got really hurt, and he got really big really fast. And he was running around outside with our dogs. And before I knew it, he was bigger than my 80-pound boxer. And I mean, when he was even up until the day we took him to process back in November, and right before he was going to process, I was like with him standing there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're huge. And I couldn't believe how big he was. And I was like, please don't get out of hand, because if he got unruly and he wanted to be crazy, like you said, Carrie, he's going to knock me over. Like, I'm going down, because even though he was big enough and I would literally lay in the pasture with him in the summertime, I would just like lay my body on him and just pet him. He was so chill. But when he got the zoomies and he's like 400 pounds of zoomy is not fun to be around, because they zoom pretty fast. So it's good though to be able to be around them and interact with them a lot, so that they'll come to you when you need it to. It's much easier to load when you're ready to sell them or ready to, haul them off to process, if that's what you do too. So
it's a good word for it, zoomy.
Yeah, the zoomies. Yeah, the zoomies. That's what they get. They're like dogs. They get the zoomies. Okay, so Jackie was wondering, did you garden in England?
So my journey really started about 20 years ago when I was living in central London, and I started growing sort of herbs on the balcony of the apartment that I lived on in London. And my grandparents gardened.
Your dad had the garden.
My dad, my mom, and but I really sort of started when I was in London, living city life. But sort of my personal story, I've moved quite a lot, and Caleb and I actually met out in the Middle East, and so each time we sort of moved house, I've then sort of started, different plants again, and avocados here, and and I've had a lot of experience in different zones with different climates. But one thing that's not portable when you're moving all the time is a garden. So when we got here and I said, Caleb, if we're planting fruit trees and all this, I'm not moving. That's it, we're done. But it's good looking back because, England has a different sort of climate. The Middle East is very desert, very hot sun, dry, not a lot of rain. And so, sort of it's actually funny because you come to Missouri and you get the extremes of all weather. So the only thing that I've not dealt with before is the extreme colds that we get here. But as for sort of like the dry, hot sun, and then, England's got a lot of rain. And we've added the wind and the cold to Missouri. Actually, with Missouri, you never really know what you're going to get from one day to the next. So.
I feel like that's a statement that everybody, no matter what state they're in, always says that. Yeah. Right. So we came from the Northeast, and ever since we got here, it rains all the time. They have like a wet season, and then if you talk to people, every year they're like, "Oh, it's never rained this much before," or "It's never been this hot before." I'm like, "It's Texas, man. I know better than that."
Yeah, I think the climate's changing everywhere, really, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, you have any questions?
No, go ahead.
I'm just one of the things. So, you guys have kids, and do they enjoy farming and doing homesteading things with you? Have you noticed with your kids? I mean, age-wise, I've got kids all the way from 22 all the way to 7 almost. So, my kids are all varied in that. 23. Sorry, geez Louise, my oldest is 23. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, so do your kids enjoy the homesteading and the life that you're building, or have they not really had a choice and they just don't care?
I'll let you
know. No, I think they do. I think there are other, so 12, 10, and 5 are ages. Yes, they are tasked with chores they are required to do, but I think they find their own little pockets of, like, our oldest does the chickens more. Our 10-year-old Solomon, he likes a lot of the garden stuff. And then Lucy Jean, she would like a rabbit.
The one animal we don't have.
But and she's tucking into stuff with gathering eggs and whatnot. So I think. Yeah. We have, they like to, get out and just play and whatever, just enjoy life out here. So
the oldest two, the oldest two have just started taking our dog Samson, and we got a Great Pyrenees, and they've just started taking him for sort of, walks on their own, like sort of more adventuring. So they've been doing a bit of that, but they're like all children, really. They, they're very good and they do their chores, but it's not always without complaining, or not always without cutting corners, So. But it's just good for them to have that, sense of responsibility, and to try and develop the work ethic with them.
And with Summer, like wanting to sell eggs to people, and learning the entrepreneur sort of aspects of farming and that kind of thing too. So
well, that's one thing that we've really appreciated with living on the farm is the work ethic, especially the ones who were a little bit more young when we moved here, and this is kind of like all they really remember. Yeah. And, I've always tried to instill in them that if they learn how to work hard, they'll always have a job in life. And, it's funny because some of my older boys, when they first started working, they were working at a feed store, and even working in a feed store, people would complain about work, and they would make a comment like, "If you think this is hard work, you should go work with my dad on the farm." And so they realize that things really aren't that hard if you just put your mind to it and you kind of work through the process. But I feel like that's one of the other things that's really cool about the kids when they have an environment like that is they kind of can explore and they kind of fall into what they like to do. Like some of our kids like working with animals, some of them like working with the garden stuff, or and to see these little kids that understand like the germination process or how to get things to grow or how to pick things.
Yeah.
Because when we first started doing this, we didn't know anything, and half the time we're out there in the garden Googling, trying to figure out when is it ripe. When do you pick them?
What are the signs?
Exactly. Right. Well, that's the thing too. Each kid, it's fun to see your kids choose their chores, if you will. Not really choose it, but we've got our oldest. He doesn't live with us. He's married now, but our second one did. His chore was the pigs. We talked about what animals we were going to get on the farm, and Eric was responsible for the large animals at the time. He does the cattle. I took on doing the chickens at the time. We had some meat birds that we got the first year we were here. And then we decided we really wanted to do pigs and rabbits. Well, my daughter immediately was like, I want to do rabbits. And she always wanted rabbits. So we said, look, she was 9. I said, look, if you're about to be 10, if we want to get rabbits, that's totally fine. But you have to understand that if we get rabbits here on the farm, we will eat them. They're going to be meat rabbits. And she was like, okay. I mean, this was a city girl. This was a girl that came from, she didn't come from this life. And at 9.5 years old, almost 10, she was like, all right, bring it. Let's do it. Let's go. Right. And it's become one of those things. And now she has her 13-year-old brother. She's 18. The 13-year-old brother helps her, and they do it together, and they run our rabbitry portion of us and our farm. And so they've kind of each taken on their animals. And, my 11-year-old, he helps out with all the poultry. He does the chickens and the ducks. And then my almost 9-year-old, his goal is the turkeys. He loves the turkeys, and they're his babies, and they've learned those responsibilities as time has gone on. And so it's kind of cool to see them find their little place in the farm, what they adore and what they really like. And some of them, like you said, it's not that they always enjoy it. I mean, even this morning I was like, hey, did you guys remember to, feed the chickens and ducks? And then my son was like, oh, I forgot. I don't feel like it. It's chilly. And then I was doing this, and I'm like, okay, they kind of depend on you to feed them food. And they're like, they're going to find bugs. And I'm like, yeah, but you kind of need to feed them. Yeah. So we went out there and, threw some scratch and stuff on the ground and everything. But it's really cool to find the kids find their place and enjoy what they're doing, and enjoy that part of it. And even if they don't grow up doing this for the rest of their lives, they don't have to do this as adults. But this life is not something we could have given them in Maryland. Like where we were in Maryland, there was nothing for them like this. And God knew what he was doing when he said, here, I'm going to put you here so the kids can expand a little bit. So it's kind of neat to see that.
Yeah, there's lots of value in all, lots of different ways. Like you say, why the work ethic or just learning responsibility for animals, or the value of life and what it costs to take an animal for food. And because you do, when you're living sort of in the city and sort of depending on the production by somebody else's efforts, the sort of the idea of faceless meat, and you don't really put a second thought to the animal and how it's lived, and the whole process. So it's good to have been able to educate the kids about that as well, and hear them start to sort of take it on. We did our first batch of meat birds last year, and the kids were all out there with Caleb and Grandpa, and they did it, and they had absolutely no issue with it as well. And they enjoy, whenever I make fried chicken, they're like, Mom, is this one of ours? And I'm like, oh, that's all we have now. So that's been really cool. And to see them enjoying it, but yet they still enjoyed looking after the birds and didn't have an issue with it, becoming food for our table. So that's really awesome.
It's a good feeling to see your kids see that whole come full circle. We had several turkeys we raised last year. Last year was our first full year with turkeys. And I kept telling my son Simeon the whole time, I'm like, but I want to raise 12 turkeys. I just want to raise up 12 turkeys this year. That means we could have one for every month of the year if we wanted to process one every day, every month. He was like, okay, Mom, we can do this. And so every time we'd have a batch of turkeys, we would lose a bunch. And by the end of the year, end of the summer, I was getting really discouraged, or the end of the springish kind, because turkeys only lay eggs certain times a year. And so it was kind of coming up to the time that their cycle of laying eggs was over with. And I was really kind of getting discouraged. And I had my son, who was only 8 at the time. He just turned 8. He was like, it's okay, Mom. We're going to see. There's going to be plenty. And in the end, we found one of his girl turkeys. We call him his because he basically just cares for him the most. And we see one of his turkeys. Her name is Brownie. He loves her to death. She came across the street. We thought she was dead. We thought she was gone. She had hit herself out, and she had 6 babies come with her. Well, 4 of those 6 babies lived, and those 4 were my last of the 12. That was my goal for raising. And I'm like, and so the 8-year-old was like, God provided our 12 babies for the year, Mom. And so we were able to process 2 of those for Christmas and Thanksgiving this year. And I'll never forget his face. He was like, I'm like, hey, bud, I'm preparing you. I just want you to know that, we're going to have to decide which 2 you're going to get rid of, which ones. And he's like, I already got 2 boys picked out, Mom. And I'm like, okay, settle down. We can't be excited about this. But he knew like which 2 were the little bit more aggressive of the bunch. He knew which ones he wanted to process. And he looked at them and said, they're going to be good. I can tell you they're going to be good to eat.
Right.
Even at dinner time on Thanksgiving and Christmas, he was like, is this one of those turkeys? And I was like, yes, it is. And there was so much pride because he knew he helped raise them from the time they were babies. And so, yeah, to see that on an 8-year-old's face, it's just awesome. So, yeah.
Well, hopefully it even takes on a whole different mindset of thankfulness. The value of, is like what Carrie was talking about earlier. You don't think about it as much when you get a packet of turkey breasts or, packet of lunch meat or something versus like taking a pig from, for the Mangalitsa is going to be, it's a 13, 14 month to get it to market weight usually. So it's a long drawn out, it seems like, and it's a lot of costs and feed or whatever sometimes. But then sitting there having your own, that thankfulness, I think it's a higher, it's a deeper thankfulness. I feel
we had to work so much harder to get it. And someone made a comment before Wicked Awesome Gardening saying rather do the farm work than retail any day of the week. And it's true. We often comment to each other, we never stop. We're always working. And I might be speaking for myself here, but a lot of the time I enjoy the work. It's just, I think that's maybe because I don't work as hard as Caleb. My body doesn't ache as much. But it's a wholesome work. It's, it can be stressful, but it's stressful in a different way to sort of corporate office stress. And,
Well,
you lay your head down in the pillow and you're out.
You're
out in 30 seconds or something.
Sheer exhaustion. Yeah, last night. Well, I feel bad sometimes too because I know farm work doesn't stop. It's constant. And so last night we were outside and it had rained. It had gotten bad weather and it was icky most of the day. It was chilly and I don't like the cold at all. So I'm outside and it's chilly and I ran to my greenhouse and stood there for a minute and watered everything briefly and ran back. And as I was coming back, I was like, where'd your dad go? And the kids were like, oh yeah, he's going to get the cows hay. And I'm like, it's 8:00. It's getting dark. Why is he going to go get the cows hay now? And then of course I was like, okay, Monica, they have to have hay. But I was like, of course he picks the day. It rained cats and dogs this morning and he wants to give them hay.
I didn't pick the day. They ate it all.
But it was part of me was super ungrateful for a moment. I was so why do you have to go do it now? We were wanting to watch Survivor or something. We were wanting to go watch a show and he wrecked up our moment. And then I was like, oh, he'll just be quick. But then I realized that at the same instant, I was like, it's okay. You know what? I'm thankful that we have the time, that we have the tractor. I'm thankful we even have hay this year and that they have what they need to survive out there because we also had a calf drop on Monday afternoon sometime. So I know they need hay. And it's just one of those things that it's constant, like you said, but it's a good constant. So even in those moments of ungratefulness, I realized very quickly, it was the Lord was like, no, ma'am. it's okay. So it was really nice to have that reminder that, yeah.
Well, I think that's the piece too that you work towards as parents when you live in an environment like this, is trying to get them to understand the work ethic and all that. So I've had some really, really long days at work, and I think it was 2 weeks ago we were working on fence lines, and I had told the kids, I said, look, I'm going to get home from work. We're going to go out and work on the fence 30 to 40 minutes every night until we get this done. Well, by day 4, my work days were getting longer and the work window was shorter when I got home. And I came home, and my one son had said, he's like, and all the little kids were dressed and ready to go. So I walk in the house, and they're like, hey, we're ready to do the fence. And I'm like, well, look, guys, I'm tired. I think I'm just going to chill tonight. I'm going to put my feet up. And the one turned to me, and he said something. I couldn't hear him. And Monica said, hey, did you hear what he said? And I said, no. And I said, what did you say? He said, Dad, you told us farm work never takes a break.
Yeah.
Okay.
I felt so bad for him. I'm like, guys, why did you not just take advantage of that moment? He was going to put his feet up and watch it. We could have watched a movie, guys. Instead, they were outside for like 45 minutes that night until it got dark, fixing fences. But it was cool to know that they turned the tides on him. I guess they did.
So all this environment, the change in environments that you've had, in England and then over in the Middle East and then now here in Missouri, have you found that there are certain things that you can or can't grow based upon the different environments that you're in? And if so, what are they?
I guess I am not the right person to ask. There's a I can't remember her name, Charlotte. A world famous, someone who's been very influential in international gardening, and her motto is right plant, right place, meaning that you should grow plants that are suited to the environment and climate that you live in. I'm one of those people that loves to try and grow what people tell me I can't grow. So I do grow the things that are suited to the climate. But like I said earlier, I've got a thing about trying to grow an avocado from an avocado tree. Avocado is a tropical plant, so they really shouldn't be growing in Missouri. But I've got one that's about 9 foot tall right now, and it spent the winter in our basement. And I'm hoping Mr. Wilson will get around to the greenhouse before next year. Otherwise, it's going to die a cold death. Yeah, I'm struggling in this region, struggling with brassicas, to be honest. So like your cabbages and broccoli and your cool season crops, because it's sort of between the last frost date and then sort of the beginning of summer. I find the temperatures ramp up so quickly that all those cool season crops that get started and sprout really quickly, they then have a hard time not going to seed because the temperature changes too quickly. So I did try last fall going into winter to start the brassicas towards the end of summer so that we could get a harvest into winter, but then we had a really early frost. So I had 3 raised beds full of cabbages and broccoli, and then was like one really hard freeze came in, and it was a sustained freeze, and so I lost a lot. So, but you keep trying, and then I've also got plants that I bring indoor for winter. So a lot of my Mediterranean herbs like rosemary and oregano, I overwinter in the basement. I kept stevia inside this year, and then I've got a lot of basil that I kept inside from last year's garden. I just took cuttings. So I'm sort of finding my way with how to keep things alive. With our basement runs at about 50 degrees, which is perfect for keeping plants alive. So I've got a couple of grow lights down there, and there's been quite a lot of foliage, but
the sheriff department hasn't stopped it yet.
So. Pink light that's just constantly like beaming out of the window. So
yeah,
thankfully we don't have neighbors close by, so
We do, and we have our pink lights out the front window too. And Eric got me, he was laughing at me so hard last year and this year. And I'm like, look, I got to change them up every now and then. I moved them this year so they were sitting from a different window, but you can still see it from the road when you come this way or this way. Our house like glows pink. People are like, yeah, and people in there. This is what it is. Well, it's funny you said that about the planting and putting the right plant in the right place. And there's a friend of ours that she grows in 2 different climates because she's what I guess you call a snowbird, right? So she leaves her Wyoming house and she goes to Arizona, right? And she goes there and she grows in both Wyoming and Arizona. And her name's Sandy. She's amazing. And she has said a couple of times, she was on our podcast before with me and a couple of friends. And a few times we've had her on here, we've talked to her, and she had said one of the things she firmly believes is that there are microclimates within everybody's yards. And she's like, if you want to try something, go for it. Find the right zone in your area. She's like, obviously you're in a zone, right? A growing zone. She's like, but there are so many microclimates within your own property, within your own homestead. She's like, if you want to try something, just try it. And so Sandy has been my like go-to. So anytime I want to try something that I'm like, this is never going to survive in Texas. I think I hear her in my brain and she's like, Monica, find the microclimate, find that area. I mean, like Texas is like either chilly or like burn it alive. Like there's like this is intense. And we just go from like you were saying, we have huge spikes in temperature. It's like really nice outside and you're like, yes, this is great. And then all of a sudden it's like 150 degrees and everything's dying. Like they're melting outside. And I'm like, this is stupid. But I think about what she says and I think, okay, I can grow microclimates. I have microclimates, but I have to say, I think that some of my brassicas and some of the things that I planted, I didn't do it on purpose, but I really was very fortunate last year. When I planted them up against my greenhouse area. And so they were protected from some of the extreme heat of the day. And they lasted so much longer than they would have otherwise. Now, I didn't do that the year before. And they died a horrible death very early. But last year, because I was just like, I'm going to plant them here. And I threw them down. And I heard her in my brain later on saying, you had a little microclimate going. And I was like, yes, I did something smart. So, I was like cheering myself on. But, but I'm kind of like,
right? Yeah. Did you say it was Sandy who said that to you?
It was Sandy. Yeah. Sandy over at Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming, Arizona.
When you start to really look at the garden space that you have, and that's something that I've changed this year is put a couple planting beds into this sort of shade tree for the same reason. Still need filling with dirt, by the way.
Right on the chalkboard, Eric.
Is she giving you a chore list on the live? Is that what's happening right now?
We have a chalkboard. We have a chalkboard in our kitchen, and Eric will take his chalkboard, and he's a lefty, so he'll be like, and I'm hoping secretly that he kind of erases it as he's going through because it'd be funny, but he doesn't ever do it. He always slams the chalk on there and writes it violently up here and makes this giant list. And I'm like, there's a list of stuff we got to do. So I kind of revolt, but it's a good, important thing to have. So anyway, but you were saying about how you're putting things different places.
Yeah.
No, what she was saying was she needed dirt.
Stop.
That's what she said.
Actually drop it in there. Different microclimates, even so you can get microclimates within zones, but actually also within your own garden as well. So places where it's dry or places where the landscape might dip and you can sort of have more of a
soil is, or even
a wet area,
and even raised beds seem to they're not going to hold as much water, retain as much water. So
they've been a winner for us because we have a lot of clay here, and that clay that lives. The pigs are making a pond out the back. Right?
Well, we do
lay in the dirt and it waterproofs it.
Yeah. So do you do only raised beds or you do a mixture of both?
We've got a mixture of both. We've got some in ground. We've got raised beds, and then I also do grow bags as well, so that I've got portable plants for indoor, outdoor. Mainly, I put my herbs. I mean, I might plant them back out in the garden this year, but last year I brought them in, and they're pretty big size. So, So we do. It's what works. What you got to find out what works, and I've got potatoes in the raised bed, and also potatoes in grow bags. We haven't done potatoes in ground yet. I'm still we're sort of 3 years in, trying to break up the ground. We've got 3 60-foot rows where we had tomatoes, and the soil has really changed there just from the roots getting down and breaking up the soil. So probably going to rotate this year, and we need to be prepared for the Japanese.
That's cool. Now, are you using your pigs to till up? Oh, sorry, you got frozen for a second there. Are you using your pigs to till up your garden areas?
They can dig, that's for sure. We haven't used them on the garden area because our garden was established before we got the pigs. But I called Caleb tonight while he was on the way home with some exciting news. This is something going back to the kids. Me and our middle child were sort of geeking out because we'd been walking through the woodland where the pigs had previously been, and we've had them in the wooded areas, sort of trying to clear the poison ivy and dig up the roots and all that undergrowth so that we can reclaim that ground. And what we noticed is that there was all these little bright green shoots coming up. And at this time of year, you do get some of the woodland life springing back to, being there again. And I was thinking, this is just a bit too bright green to, sort of, it doesn't look like it belongs here. And we started digging around, and I discovered it was actually barley that has sprouted, because we've been feeding the pigs barley for a month or two now. Yeah. So, we've got barley sprouting everywhere that the pigs have been. Now, obviously, some of it they've eaten and it's, processed, but I've also been out there and have sort of broadcast some seed around. So that's really quite exciting. And the more that I started looking, the more I was seeing these little green shoots. Me and Solomon were getting really excited. And I phoned Caleb, and, he was like, not as excited, and our eldest child was not as excited either. So there you go. It kind of tells you who gets excited about what. But I don't know that we'll let the pigs in the garden, but we're happy to go behind them and try plant up.
Well, the idea would be like, because I mean, when you go, for us heading west is all the woods, and then but it drops off quite steep. But on top, it's not bad to where we're wanting to take them through and clear out as much as we can, and especially this summer, they'll be able to get a lot more veg instead of maybe that help the feed costs some.
Right.
But clear.
Yeah.
Clear.
Do you let your pigs clear it out for you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have a video on that too.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. That was one of the motivations for getting them was this breed, the Mangalitsa, are, I mean, I guess everybody when they're researching pigs, like, do you want pigs that are going to dig up your ground, or do you not want that? Mm-hmm. And these they're going to go in there and dig, and they, in the woodland area, they do create ruts as well. But it's not too bad. But
a lot of it's timing too. It's just how much you want them on that one spot.
How much you let them on there.
I'm not too crazy about the mesh fence that it's all electrified. It works. It keeps them in, but
So moving them has been to keep them on the move. You need that portable fencing. The electric netting that you kind of get wrapped up in, and it's kind of gets tangled easily.
So you use the mesh fencing. Have you ever tried to train them on just a few strands of the poly wire? It's a little easier to move. Now it's still similar because you're still going to move those plastic pieces, but we've seen the mesh, but for our pigs, we use just 2 to 3 strands of the poly wire on those plastic posts. And typically it will hold a, 500-pound pig, a boar or a sow, but
it does not hold them if the female is in heat.
Yes, it will not hold your boar if your female is in heat, but it will hold your piglets. It will hold your other,
you just train them.
You train them, and we've been able to do it like that. And a lot of our pigs have had, but your area is so dense. I don't know if it would work for you guys, but
is it the white tape or is it the wire?
No, it's just the wire. So you could actually add it to your T-post. I'm actually watching part of your video here where you're taking down your mesh. You could just put those T-post clips on your T-post and just string the thin wire And then you can just roll it back up. We roll our wire when we take it down every time, and we unroll it back out, and then we roll it back up, and we have the kids help us move it, and it's so much easier. But it's just, we use the little plastic T-post holder things, kind of like what you're using. But if you have one section that's stable, you could just leave it on that area or whatever. I mean, yeah.
Right.
But it's cool because when the pigs see the white fencing pieces, we have our girl, our sow, our big sow is a red wattle, and her ears flop in front of her face.
Right.
And when she walks, they kind of go a little bit, kind of like your Magalistas, and they open up a little bit. And anytime she sees those white posts, not the fencing, the post, she's like, oh no, I'm not going out there. But when we move her, she kind of sees it. Now he does the same thing. And our Tamworth, he's got real pricked ears, kind of like upright, and he can see, and he's like, I'm not going. And he goes to the white post, and that's it. He'll walk the fence line and kind of walk around. That's it. And I can see, I had the video running because I wanted to see when your pigs and stuff moving, and I can see him kind of checking out the fence line too as you let him have new land. But that's what ours do too. But we only use just a couple strands of the hot wire, and we trained them on a solid fence first, and then they would get near that. And we also would put it against our hot wire so they won't push. Against our big fencing, so they won't push out that fencing. Because you've got a 600-700 pound boar, or what, 600 pound boar, 500 pound boar, and then he's pushed on that fence, and it makes a lot of mess. They can make a lot of mess. So we put some fencing, we put the hot wire on the inside of that too, to kind of train them to stay off that fencing.
That's interesting, because I was thinking the same as you, that they wouldn't see it, and so that going for the white electric netting was like, I was like, oh, it's going to be more visible, and so more of a deterrent. So because the horses are like that as well. We have 2 horses, and the Mustang that we sort of inherited, the farm that he came from said, he'll never stay inside a fence that's not, solid. But he's actually been good without electric, hasn't he, on the horse fence that you put up?
But he's in woven wire. So
it is woven wire, but prior to that, he had always had electric, because they said that he wouldn't stay inside. But when they can see the fence, especially, I'm talking horses now, but it makes a difference, because we have that white tape as well that we run if we want to give them. So when we sent them down the trail in the woodland, we had the white tape, and that worked for them.
So one of the questions that somebody had asked was how many acres you all have, if you don't mind sharing.
No, it's fine. 20. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much of it is wooded opposed to grazable, I guess you would say, maybe?
Yeah, I would say 18. It's pretty much all we have around what you see in the videos is our yard and the garden area, maybe, but it's just a rectangle off the county road that heads back into the woods, where it's just, and all around us is woods too. So from the other property owners around us. So.
Yeah. And there's patches as you walk through the woodland. There's patches where we're like, okay, we could probably claim that space, or we could claim that space, little areas that we want to do in time. And so we've got the pigs out there right now, on the little patches that we're like, okay, this is not going to be too steep, and cause runoff. So in time, Caleb finishes the house, you get there, out there, and clear the trees and things like that. Or you can explain more about that, but not all of the trees, but obviously the younger
all
ones.
of stuff that's scrubby, or trees aren't worth anything.
Yeah, when you look through the woodland right now, and it's bare, and you can sort of see the good sized mature trees that you'd want to leave in there, and then the sort of the younger ones that if you took them out and were able to grow some pasture underneath there, it would really become lovely land.
So one of the questions they're asking, Caleb, you work off the farm, right?
Yeah, I'm full-time carpenter. So I work for myself. So I'm currently remodeling 2 houses and building a new house. So.
Oh wow! So you really love building then?
Right. That's what
but not our house. Shame.
So when I leave, when I do the chores in the morning, and then I leave around whatever 7:30, and then I'm off to work. I'm back at 5:30, and then I'll chores and then work on my house. And that's kind of my schedule.
Wow, that's tough.
Yeah, some nights.
Yeah.
Some midnights and ones.
We're on a big push at the moment because my family are coming out from England for the first time because of the pandemic and everything. They couldn't come the first year that we were here. And so we're on a big push to get. So at the moment, what you see here is like this converted shed house that we're living in. And
it's nice. It works. It's a good place. But there's 2 houses on our property. So the other building is a little bit bigger.
Yeah, this is just 3 rooms, and it's kind of, I'm feeling it now. The kids are growing, and there's 5 of us, and it's getting to.
So you can finish.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. We're getting to, where the kids are wanting their own rooms, and so Caleb's been working.
World problems.
First world problems.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I hear you. So out of our 8 kids, we have 7 boys. And
Wow.
there's a lot of bunk beds upstairs.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like a Navy ship, right?
That's right. So before we moved to here, we lived in a townhouse up in Maryland.
Okay. And
people would always try to figure out how we survived with, at the time it was 5 boys in a little 10 by 12 room.
Right.
So
It can be done.
What's that?
It can be done.
It can be. Yeah, absolutely. It's you just have to have a willing spirit to figure out a way to make it happen.
Yeah. Well, it's got its virtues as well. I mean, the kids have always shared a room really everywhere that we've been. It teaches them, certain lessons about, sharing and.
Well, think of generations before that where families had more children, and the average house was not even 1,000 square feet or whatever it was. That was life for many a generation.
Yeah, I think for sure that I think somewhere along the line we kind of got our priorities mixed up, and that's one of the things that I don't care if my kids have a huge bedroom. I don't care if they have big TVs or whatever up there. To me, a bedroom is for where you sleep.
Right. Yeah.
That's what it is. So I don't know. All right. Well, look, we are past our time. We went over a little bit, but we really did enjoy having you all on here. And I know that Caleb's got a house to build and planters to fill with dirt. So we don't want to hold that process up.
Tractor now, so.
But we really appreciate you guys taking time to come on here. And Monica says, thank you. Sure. She had to run out. I heard one of the kids crying, and that was what they came and got her for. So I guess we had another incident.
Sure.
Who knows?
Well, thanks, Eric. It was nice to meet you.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
Thanks to Monica as well.
Yeah.
Yes, very nice to meet you. Thank you so much. And if anybody in here who has not had a chance to check them out yet, make sure you make your way over there and subscribe. Go check them out on Instagram, do all that good stuff. And hey, who likes good new friends that we make in Missouri? Farmers do. Until next time, everybody, have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.